last time on this episode of D&D, you guys finished exploring the bottom level of, part of the bottom level of the Sunblight Fortress. Took out the priest turned barbed devil, and then went up and talked to Grandalfa, who thanked you for your help and informed you she would take over for the remaining Duergar, and offered you any treasure that you wanted to take from the treasury, and then would see you on your way. So you guys opened the chests in the treasure room, finding some beneficial stuff and some not so beneficial stuff, and then made your way out of the fortress, whereupon you sent Tukey and the Goliath ahead to kind of give at least some of the 10 towns a heads up. I believe the instruction was to send them towards East Haven first.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That's what I remember, so correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that was true. I don't actually remember.
I think that's what it was.
Okay. Then we'll go with that. I mean, we do have a recording of it and we could check, but not right now.
We've altered the deal.
Pray we don't alter it.
Inject reality and substitute my own.
Because that's a straight shot, so yeah, I think that's what we decided.
It's also like the first major one.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's the first major.
It's like if we were to have a stand against the dragon, it would probably be that one.
Yeah, ideally that would be the first stand location, yes.
And as Tukey and the Goliath fly off, that is where we will pick up today, with the rest of you currently on foot.
So, and there was some talk of the lady wizard,
I think so.
the lady, I don't know if she's a wizard, whatever she is, having magic to make
Some sort of
all of us fly, yeah.
She cannot do that. We established that is not possible.
For 10 minutes you can.
Well, for 10 minutes.
And that's enough time for us to get over the mountains, which is what we want.
Yeah.
Outside.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The 10 minutes she can make you fly, we established gets you about 2 miles, because Alex and I did some calculations.
Oh, right.
And that will put you just at the base of the mountain range that you're currently in.
Which I think is our next course of action.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crap, what was her name again?
Something?
Yeah. That.
Belina. So Belina is going to fly us.
Picoey.
Coey.
Something like that.
I know.
What about
That's why I keep messing.
Just that was his name. I was looking for that. So if you guys are ready, Valina will kind of pull out her spell book that you guys got for her.
There's only 2 pills left for Barley, so I just gave her both whole ones.
Okay.
Because I don't think we'll just
What
give
are
her
we gonna do with a
pill
half?
tomorrow.
Sure.
So she's a wizard.
I can ride on somebody's back, and I'm sure you can too. She doesn't need to waste all of her slots.
Well, she'll say as she opens her spell book, she sort of takes out like a folded up piece of paper and says, I believe this is a scroll that'll cast it at high enough level for everybody.
Cool.
But I can only do it once. Once the scroll is consumed, we cannot do it again, so...
That's fine. No, it's cool.
How has the other guy, Picote, however, crap, that guy, how has he been looking this whole time? Has he been just like... Does he still seem gung-ho with the plan, or is he...
From the beginning, he said, like, he doesn't know that he'll be much help against a dragon. He's just kind of like a commoner, but, like...
He's a mook.
He's not...
Did he pick up any gear when we picked everybody got
Just,
their gear?
Clothes and snowshoes.
Didn't pick up any weapons or anything? His name is Pico the Guy.
He said he was from Dugan's
Pico
Hole,
de
right?
Gallo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Interesting.
aka Dugan's Crater.
Didn't I insight him?
Riley.
If you guys are ready, then
Okay.
Yeah.
she'll start casting the spell from the scroll. It's enough to cover all of you guys. It takes her just a little bit of time to go through the spell, and she focuses in, and as she finishes up, you all feel this bit of lightness as you're able to kind of lift off the ground, and you all, I believe it's a fly speed of 60 feet, if I remember correctly.
I thought that was with
Dash.
Is it just the fly spell?
It's just a fly spell.
I think it's actually 30.
30. Yes, it is 30.
60
Is it-
feet.
Or is it? Oh, 60.
I was pretty sure it
For
was
the
60.
duration.
Okay.
Nice. And we should just get off this mountain and get as far as we can.
Yeah, because
Get the fuck
you
out.
can, at dash, you can do 120 around.
Let's just get as far as we possibly can.
Yep.
Okay, you guys all take off in the direction of 10 towns. Are you just all going for it? Anyone want to take point?
We want,
Sure.
We basically want to go straight north, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe drift a little bit west, based upon the map. Just like a north by northwest compass direction.
We're also going to East Haven, yes? That was the plan?
Yeah.
Oh, son.
Well,
Yeah. Like, they went ahead because they could keep going. We can only go real fast for 10 minutes here.
yeah.
So, that was the... Can I just follow the bird?
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't be that far ahead of you, so you can
Smell.
see and follow the bird, so that works. I don't think we need to role play all of this, so
No.
the 10 minutes go by, you guys come down softly.
The only thing I'd like to do while we're
Barley.
up is, because we're high up in the air and flying, do we see, with that higher vantage point, do we see any destruction along the way? Was there any, can we see a town, smoke in the distance rising from any particular location?
It's a strange mushroom cloud coming from Dugan's Hole.
I don't know how far one can reasonably see.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, pretty far.
If it's mostly all flat terrain,
If the weather's clear, you should
and-
probably be able to. Because I.
If
Yeah.
the weather's clear, you can see 10 to 12 miles.
yeah, if the weather's clear.
If we're especially if we're passing over a mountain.
Never totally clear. I mean,
yeah, it's
probably
depending on
not.
how
Slightly
high up
less.
you are, the clouds, because it's always overcast
Right.
everywhere. And
Yeah.
blizzards
We might
and
get an
stuff
impression
around.
if there's a bright light off, but I don't think you're gonna get
But,
much.
But
sun.
if
But
even
if the
in
whole tower
clear,
is burning, you're gonna see that smoke sign from
But so
many miles
we
away.
said from here, we get basically to here in 10 minutes, right?
right, which is 2 miles.
Right. So then from there to there, that's 6 tops. Can we up to you?
No, I think it's more like 10 or 12. Or, well, 10.
Well, however far.
Yeah, if a whole town were on fire
Hopefully.
10 miles away, you would see the smoke
you
rising
go
up into
20?
the air from that if it was reasonably clear.
Do you know the map? Yeah.
thing.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, if it's clear enough.
If
So I was
it's-
just curious if in that 10 minutes, we had the height advantage to
Right.
see.
If it's not blizzarding
Can you
out,
run the
you
map
would
from
see
where
if
roughly
it
the
was in
bottom
fact
of
like
or
the whole
well,
town
from
was like
roughly where sunlight is to or the edge of the mountains to one of the.
Because we're getting out of the
Are we
mountains, so
taking it
we're
from where
gonna.
the sticky note is?
Yeah, that's where sunlight is.
Are we
That's
going
where we're
from
flying.
sunlight to where we would run out? Or are we going from
No,
where
no.
we run out to the town?
Just before you'd run, basically where you run out. 'Cause I'm assuming he's gonna wait till you're.
Yeah, and then we descend. As we right before we're about to descend, just a quick scan.
Because I'm just trying to figure out how.
You
How far
are.
did we say it was 2.2?
Yeah.
From where the post-it note is, we're still right
That sun is right in my face.
up right.
It'll go
So then from there to any of
Ruby
the
dogs.
towns, what's the distance?
The towns aren't marked on the map, so I'm gonna have to do some.
Oh, they're not.
No.
No.
This is just a topographical map with some roads
I
on
mean,
it.
you've got the scale on that one. You've got the town smart on that one.
Yeah,
How
but
many
roll 20
Smarties
just
away
does
is
the.
So good meat is like at the
So-
edge
so
of
does
like
China.
that foresty bit.
This one right here.
Yeah, so it'd be pretty close. That's basically where good meat is.
12.5.
Force is like
And then
working
it's
himself
like
into
at
a
the edge
religious
of the-
fervor at this point.
Yeah, it's like
Now is the time.
Now is the time.
Marty, did you tell everyone you made iron rings for everybody?
The East Haven's actually the closest.
Have you done it? I know I stole one from you. And
No,
you-
it's a straight.
Yeah,
It's a
I thought
straight.
I gave them
Yeah.
a straight shot.
So that's what I thought. About
Okay, I thought I
12
kept one for
miles.
myself and gave the rest
They're
to
trying to
you
figure out
did,
how
yeah,
if they
Oh,
can
short,
see
one short.
anything. And I don't know how far
I
you
gave
can
one of the
see
Goliath in
reasonably.
case I
did.
Oh.
You did.
So it's alright, Bull. You didn't want to be part of it anyway.
At sea level, you can see
So it's
about
pretty
14
much-
miles out to the horizon.
I pretty
on
much
this
made.
track.
Oh, that's a very in poor taste joke.
What if you're flying?
Then you get all that much more.
I just made an apparatus with which to identify cultists at a glance. I was
So-
gonna make an armband comment, but that would have been in poor taste.
Assuming there's the atmospheric visibility,
fine with that, you're
you
weird
should be able to see the
religious.
12 miles no problem.
You prove you.
Right. But there's.
May shows up wearing an
Clouds.
armband, like people
Yeah,
are like, "I'll
clouds,
protect you.
clouds,
Look out,
fog,
sir!" Just
snow.
jump in front of a dragon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Smoke from Dugan's crater.
Well, that's what they're looking
So I'm
for.
looking to see.
Oh, yeah.
Make me a perception check. These are the parts that I hate about being a DM.
Is this just to see if we can see the destruction of
21.
Dugan's crater?
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, this is the worst. I hate these moments.
21.
Amber's not good at these things.
Nope.
You're my favorite person.
Because I don't want to be wrong, and then you guys be like, Amber, it's just a football field.
That was a very specific instance. I think between the three rules lawyers at the end of the table, I think you'll be good as far as just shotgunning distance.
With the 21, from this height toward like just before you guys have to land, you would be able to make out what seems like smoke coming from the direction roughly of Dugan's Hole / Goodmead.
Okay. But no smoke in front of us where we're going.
Right.
Yeah.
Once you get what you
Yep.
based off of where East Haven would be, like,
Yeah, like as I
it's
scan.
more to the left
Yep.
and
Okay.
it's not to the
Alright.
front.
Yeah.
As we land, I'll be like, did y'all see that?
Forks just laughs and starts sprinting in the direction that there's no smoke. Like, yes, it's gonna be there.
You landed after 10 minutes?
No, I did not.
Yeah, you guys land. She knows when the spell's gonna end, so she gives you guys warning to come down so you don't fall. Unless somebody would like to fall, but I doubt it.
No.
Fall damage is standard.
I am not a dope monk that could negate my fall damage, so.
It looked like one of the two were hit. Couldn't tell which one.
Not surprising. We knew that was going to happen.
So hopefully we arrive in time for the other one.
Right. Rest in peace, Dugan's crater. Anyway.
Sorry, Cody.
He kind of like blanches a little bit, and he's like, "What do you?" Oh.
Would you like to go?
Yeah,
would you
Dugan's
like to
Hole
go
is the first
on
stop
your
on the
own?
Dragon's Flight path.
Would you like to go on your own to investigate your hometown? I know that's probably something you'd.
I mean,
You didn't see from the
if
sky.
you
your
guys
hometown
don't
is ash.
mind a chat with you, at least till we get to the cities, it can be dangerous out here, and I don't really have any
Yes, that's
protection.
our problem.
We were also going directly to a city that's probably under assault by a giant dragon construct.
Yes.
Once we're close enough, I can at least veer off at that point, if that's okay. But like,
Fair enough.
the tundras can be a bit intimidating.
Fair enough.
Got any other tricks in that book here?
Here's a torch and a ration. Have fun.
She was. Oh, she's in the book.
It's only gonna be there for another like 5 minutes and it's going
She
Does
says.
a wonderful job of illuminating your face
Best
stuff.
I can do is I can keep us warm at night with a barrier, but I can't really do anything to speed us along at this point.
Well, that's fair.
That's okay.
Then we best start trekking.
We're on our merry way.
Yeah, I guess we start walking.
And we're walking.
We're just walking.
We're ready.
Yeah, we're ready.
I was gonna say, Boris is Usain Bolt sprinting.
I assume you're essentially dashing.
I reach into the pouch. First Pokeball's a panther.
Wait, you had? Is that up still?
I haven't used it all today.
He didn't use it when you guys went in. Specifically, that was in the stream I was just editing.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Are you gonna pull those animals? I don't think you should pull them yet."
4 is a boar, so at least they can ride.
Yeah, right.
First is the worst, second is the best, third's a turd, four's a bore.
The other one's a giant. The other one's a giant rat, so whatever. Say rats are a problem. Told you. Well, at least you two can at least
Keep up if there's any sort of.
I have a
spell.
30-foot move feat.
Preferably
Why does everybody
cantrip that
forget
can act
this?
as a
I have
jet
can't tell you.
engine.
I have
Short.
said this 20 million times.
It's not about your move speed. It's
Can I
about
climb up?
Yes, stop. Yes.
Fresh.
I climb up on Borx's shoulder.
While she climbs up on my shoulder, she hears me talking shit to Sunblight. Like, haha, you're a severed head swinging from my shoulder, bitch. I don't know what he says back.
And I'm
but
extremely disturbed because there is a severed head swinging from his shoulder.
You should be able to-
right next to me.
Sunblight should be able to talk.
He smells like
Porks.
dead bodies.
Is that a spell you have to do?
It is
or-
now a permanent ability if I have damaged them within.
It's very fitting.
Why did I give him that?
I don't know.
I'm glowing.
Because it was very fitting at the beginning of the campaign.
But as it turns out, it was a bad idea.
or a great idea.
Because we killed him yesterday, right?
More content.
Today, technically.
Oh, well then, yeah, he can talk. For the next 24 hours, he's just like a little...
We're not actually level 6 yet.
No.
No.
Nope, not yet.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
We have,
Shit,
to,
yeah.
we have to have our long
You're
rest
just late.
before you get all that new shit.
Yep.
Which we should be doing relatively shortly, but it's still like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So
You can at least get to East Haven. If we sleep and
think
we're
it's
woken
that
up by
way.
a dragon.
Yeah, it's not quite that.
we
yeah.
should not go all
Because yours
the way
went-
to East Haven.
Well,
like
it
4 or
depends on how
5.
fast we can get
Stay
through this. I guess.
strategically outside of
Otherwise,
town
I
in
could
the
talk
tree
to-
lines.
And then
Coward.
and rest. No, not a coward. I just don't want to fight a dragon on. I'm tired.
That's an interesting point of note.
That makes Vorks like...
I guess that makes my description better. So it's like pushing 9 a.m.
Wow.
Because you guys left at 4.
Oh, yeah.
An hour to the castle would be 5, and then it was roughly 3, or fortress, and there was roughly 3 hours in there, so 5 to 6 to 7 to 8,
Yep.
and then 10 minutes. So it would have been dark when you guys came out again, and you were trying to make this.
It's basically like sunrise.
Yeah.
The equivalent of sunrise.
But we've still been up for a
Yeah.
while. Like we shifted our day.
You have
earlier.
about 4 hours of travel time today before before you would start to be pushing exhaustion, but it is very early in the day.
We should travel north and go.
The lady is human. They're both human. I can't remember. I know the gentleman is a human, but with I think you said pointed. He had some like inbred features.
Right.
Yeah. It's her description, not mine. He had like different ears and
Yeah.
like a weird teeth, like sharp teeth or something.
Nothing interesting about this NPC other than his weird inbreeding mutations.
I mean, he has pointy ears.
Turns
and
out he's the
sharp
chosen one.
Melina is human.
Yeah, she's here.
teeth.
Yeah.
Just seemed, I couldn't remember if they needed like a big, small, whatever they were.
But we are going.
Yep, we're going.
I assume you're moving as fast as possible.
Just trying to grind it out for the last 4 hours we got. Is that essentially what we're doing?
We're gonna. We should travel until either we're on the verge of exhaustion or until East Haven is just in sight. Because I know you're always down to fight anything, Vorks, but if I fight something right now like a dragon, I'm going to die.
Not the elbow. All is as he wills it.
Yes, and one day he'll will it for me to die. And I don't want that to be today.
Yes, but your skull will be placed in a position of honor.
That brings me no comfort.
I hate his religion.
I hate the unreligious.
One day, Vorks, you're coming back home with me.
Ah, is that a threat or a problem?
Both.
The dark elf culture suits me just fine.
That's what everybody thinks until they get there.
Don't go on. That takes all the fun.
And we're running.
Yes. This is all like light conversation.
Yeah, it's pretty much like cross-country talk while you're sprinting.
I was just doing some calculations.
Let's debate the merits. Who has the
Quarter
crown, by the
mile,
way?
Sure, I guess.
I think I still have that.
What color?
For bedazzle reasons, can I have it and just set it on his head?
Not until G
Would have
identifies.
just put us at a
Purple or teal?
strategic disadvantage.
But if I put it on him, it won't affect me.
Right.
It'll just affect him.
Or
But it
blue?
could fall off.
Oh, I can. I'll nail it on there.
Nathan.
If it turns out to be non-magical, you're more than welcome to nail it to his skull.
Yes.
If it turns out to be magical, we'll figure out the appropriate response to deal
There's
with it.
always there's like a.
Really just want to rest and be level 6.
Honestly, at this point, I want to be able to make fun of Sunblade, and I
One
can't
person
do that.
take a nap while the rest go fight.
There we go.
Do you like
Folks, I want to take a
Blue?
sleep while you carry me in the air
Do it. Oh,
for 10 minutes.
Ooh, dark.
I'm just firemen carrying you essentially in the sky.
This one? Dark Violet?
Yeah.
Are you buying him a dice tray?
Yes. Happy early birthday.
It's not
Thank you.
prepared, but Jonah does know catnap.
Wait, what?
That's a real
Oh,
spell.
that's right, I forgot. We didn't send Jonah. Jonah's still here. What can Jonah still do?
Jonah.
He's a god, essentially. He was level.
Oh, he got.
It's
he
not.
got.
He doesn't have it prepared today.
He's scaled for.
Jonah will be sacrificed to the dragon.
Is Jonah your chaos, your wild magic sorcerer? Okay.
It'll be
That's
ready
how.
for your next
That's why he's an Icewind Dale.
While this is going on, I just look at Domino. I'll be like,
I don't know why I'm here, but I am.
The absolute worst.
I think it actually might be the same one on Zamber's now that I look at it.
Uh-oh.
Dark Violet?
There can only be one dark violet dice
Well,
tray.
It's not true
it's
at all.
like Highlander. There can only be one.
There can be only one.
Maybe you guys know, when you start pushing that 8 hours, you can go on for another hour, but each hour costs exhaustion?
Each hour comes with the risk of exhaustion.
You can roll.
You can roll for it. I believe it's a Constitution saving throw. I don't remember if it's a set
Probably-
DC or if it's a.
We could look it up. I imagine it works exactly like the not
No
sleeping
need
one,
to
where
exert himself that much.
every time you make the roll, the
say
DC
you to
increases by
Domino,
5,
stick you on the
starting
back.
at
I
10.
think it's in the
Scratch on the
DMG.
Panther.
Yeah.
Panther eating.
Because I thought it was
We
in
could get a cold.
Icewind
Somebody
Dale,
should
but
get a
it's
cold
not in the
backpack.
DMG.
I actually think it's in the player's
Like a little baby Buren.
Or you could just not be so difficult. That's also a possibility.
Yeah, but nope, works as another shoulder. Pretty much got a little hair howdah up there that Domino braided.
No, I'm not running. I'm not riding on the corpse mountain over here.
Would be such an
For each
effective like
additional
artillery
hour
platform.
of travel beyond 8 hours, a character
You could use me as cover, technically.
Everything's like that. I think I got some eyeball on me.
and each makes a Constitution saving throw at the end of the hour.
The pills,
Yeah,
The DC is 10 plus 1 for each hour
hour.
past 8 hours.
There you go.
On a failed save, the character suffers
disease.
Okay.
Pills is strong.
Is that
immune
actually in the
system. Haven't you
DMG
ever heard
or is
of
it- no,
like
it's in the
babies
player's
playing
I
in the
googled it and
dirt?
it came up on roll 20.
Essentially the
It's in
same
the player's
thing.
handbook.
Okay.
Page 181.
That's how you get anthrax.
And what was it about a table?
Not until you build up the
The travel
antibodies.
pace table
That's not how it
and
works.
force march.
Force
Pull
travel.
out my vaccination card.
Vaccinated against anthrax.
Just by exposure. I'm still double set. At some point, the Master Blaster will happen. Where it's just gonna be bull on my shoulder slinging fireballs.
I have a wood one.
Fireball.
I have a wood one you could have borrowed, but it's not good on metal dice. It, like,
Yeah,
pictures bolt on it.
right. Yeah, no, it's fun. No, the little leather one will be just fine. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I just want you to roll my fucking dice.
Yeah, I know. I want all your dice too. They're very nice.
If you're moving at a fast pace through difficult terrain,
The
you need a normal pace?
The difficult terrain isn't that negated by your
I
snowshoes?
actually think they're gonna look
Not in the
Fucking great.
tundra,
against the
Okay.
officially.
No, then we're still moving at half
big
pace.
golden blue, if I remember
If
correctly.
we're moving through difficult terrain, then we're still moving at half speed, and the same rules would apply. We would just be moving at half. We would just cover half the distance that we would normally cover over a regular time worth of travel.
So count it as normal movement speed on
Yeah.
regular terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's all
Yeah,
we
okay,
do.
that's what I was
double
saying.
speed, half movement.
Right. That's what I was saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I do apologize for some of the travel stuff. It's not very well explained in the book, and
Yeah, she is showing me. It's not.
No, you kind of just have to make it all up.
yeah. So some things I might contradict myself from previous sessions.
And we'll be keeping notes on every one of these things so that we can call you out each time you do.
We do not care.
That was in VOD reviews to go back
know.
and actually call you out.
You're just gonna have that clip ready at all times.
Oral, old magic, time dilation. Done.
Yeah.
Oh, magic.
But for everything that is factoring in here, you guys still get like within a mile of East Haven for your 4 hours.
And it's not on fire.
Do we?
mile?
Yeah. Once we get within like visual distance,
Yeah.
is the city on fire? Is there a giant metallic construct?
Yeah, once you can see.
flying over?
Because between the fast pace and the difficult terrain, you can travel 12 miles in 4 hours. Because you're moving at 3 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's basically 12 miles away. So,
That's right about there.
with just a little bit of delays and directional stuff. Yeah, as East Haven comes into view, you are able to see, as it's now light and like midday, for as light as midday is here, there is a giant dragon currently flying over East Haven back and forth.
Oh, hey, we found it.
And
Well, that's unfortunate.
breath weaponing the
Can we
really?
see any
Yeah.
type of?
Yes.
Can we see any type of like counterattack or arrows or things being shot up at it, or is it just having its way with the town?
So, Tourmaline?
Willing to bet there's just people running around on fire.
Okay.
East Haven's full of a lot of shady people that have a few tricks up their sleeves.
I
So
hope that dwarf merchant's getting burnt to a crisp right now. That would be nice. I didn't like her.
I think she's at I didn't take her pamphlet, but I skimmed it real quick. I
She
think
was going to
she's.
charge us for a travel stay.
Yeah, I think she. But like I was like, I think she's not there. I think she.
Maybe she was in good mood.
That would be unfortunate.
Maybe we should just wait. And that way, the dragon will eventually get to all the towns that she could be in.
I'm thinking,
Can I kill Boris just right now?
look, I want to save the innocent lives as much as the next person, but East Haven doesn't have a lot of innocent lives in it, and neither does Caer Dineval, and frankly, I didn't like Caer Koenig, so why don't we just wait and go to Tourmaline?
I know, but I just feel like it's gonna get there by that
Somebody's
time.
all high and mighty now and passing judgment.
So as you guys come,
Claim to be a good person. Oh, actually, that's not true.
as you guys are getting in sight of the city, you can see that the majority of this town is on fire. Well, is destroyed. It's not actually burning. And as you watch the dragon do another pass, the
Breath weapon.
breath weapon is not fire.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, just like
Lasers?
yeah, like force.
I'm a fire
Make
in my
a
laser.
perception check and then an arcana check.
So that's 14. 14.
Perception is 20.
And that is garbage.
Arcana is not gonna be great.
That's an 11.
So 14 and
My
11.
perception is 8, but my arcana is 25 if I see it.
Okay.
My Arcana was only 8.
And your perception was
20.
Can we, like, tag team this?
Look, it's doing a thing. What is the thing?
I can't see the thing.
Here, let me describe it to you.
When did you get an accent?
He is now a Portuguese
Stress.
explorer.
stress.
He's been an infiltrator the whole time.
Yeah. So between the three of you, you're not really sure what this is. It just for those of you that can see, it kind of looks, which is actually just Kai. But you guys all get the like, as it triggers, like it's bright, so like it kind of lights up the area.
Solar beam.
His laser beams.
That's the best you get out of it.
Particle accelerator.
But you are also, Kai, with your perception check, you do get the barest hints of what seems to be some sort of projectiles aimed towards the dragon.
Alright,
So you get the sense that there's some sort of retaliation happening
With
here.
that, could I see if the
but-
dragon had taken any actual damage? Like, did it look like
From
it did?
this instance,
No.
it doesn't look like anything.
So I'm just like, it's shooting some type of projectile that's destructive in nature but not flammable. And people are attempting to fight it from what I can tell.
To arms. You just said that to the party?
Do we have anything to throw at it to
No.
from a distance?
We're
you
still a
guys
mile
also
away.
would see,
I
yeah,
got-
you're
I
a
got
mile
little
from
juice
the
left.
town, but you
I
also
have
would
2 first level spells.
you,
That is it.
you do see the dim shapes of a stream of people going down the road towards Bryn Shander.
Yeah, they're
So
running the
people
fuck
are.
away.
You see, like, there's people leaving.
Yeah,
you see,
the civilians are leaving, the militia are fighting. That's the gist of what's happening right now.
yeah.
So
Someone better form tackle Vorks and put him out before it starts running into the dragon.
Kai, you can yell really loudly.
Yeah.
The dragon's on pre-programmed behavior. It's not going to deviate from that for your voice.
No.
Just yell at the militia to abandon East Haven and make for Tourmaline, and we'll wait here while you do that.
I will do it. And Vorks just starts sprinting.
I don't know if the militia in East Haven would be down for that, but it's worth it.
Bye, Vorks.
You're at the
Should I
point.
go with him?
No.
No.
You're at the point that for every.
We're exhausted.
I don't know how exactly it works. If you work 10, if you walk 10 more minutes, do you still get? Like,
I mean, it's 10 minutes away.
He's not
Like,
down. You can't touch it.
I mean,
If you're at your
it's up to
limit.
you.
Oh, I hate not fighting.
It's really up to you on this one.
Well, I'm just gonna start screaming at people to fucking go somewhere else.
So in the meantime, perhaps we should find a tree line to hide in.
I guess it's my turn to hide under a table.
Do you want me to cast Lehman's tiny hut if we're sleeping anyway?
Yeah.
does Jonah have anything at
Can we
like a
at least meet
distance
up
that
with
packs a
refugee
punch?
column before we pass out?
No, the other spellcasters over here are fresh, so just kind of look at Jonah and Belina and like, well,
I don't know the distances
Not
offhand on
really,
these.
and I don't think control water does things to snow.
Jonah, I don't suppose you have the ability to send messages over a long distance to people you've never met.
Oh.
That would be.
do we see question? Do we see Tuki
That's a damn shame.
flying
I feel
anywhere?
like something felt, but I don't feel it.
I need like a hat for when I'm voicing Jonah.
No.
Does anyone know how to make those paper hats?
No bird.
I can send a message over 150 feet if I know the directions.
No, I'm thinking more along the lines of another 7 or 8 miles.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Right, sleep it is.
God damn it.
Yep.
We're tapped out. It is flying. There is absolutely nothing we can do.
I mean,
If you want to go the
It's
10 minutes
devastating.
into town, I wouldn't make you roll the exhaustion, but that is up to you because it is actively being attacked by
I was
a
gonna say,
Yeah.
suggest
it is actively
line.
being attacked.
Suggested.
What's trees?
There is no tree
There
line.
is no tree line.
There's nothing.
There is snowbanks
There's
and
nothing.
snowbanks.
you could try to run in. That would be fighting it. Apparently that sounds like a no. I was gonna say we could
I'm not stopping you.
The fact that we just
we
have
could
to
make
watch
as
these
much
people die
distance
right
as
now
we
is
can
devastating to
towards
me,
the
but
next
there's
major
nothing
town.
we can do.
Which is none. Look, we've
And then
physically
just-
exhausted ourselves in combat. We have physically exhausted ourselves in traveling, running across snowy terrain for 4 hours.
I'm just
If
saying
it looks at me wrong, I'm dead.
we stop to sleep when the first person is completely physically exhausted, meaning first level. Because it'll go away after you take a nice long nap.
Which we have to do anyway, and the sooner we start that, the sooner we can move on to another town where we can save people.
Belina, you said you could make something to keep us warm as night. Is that, pray chance, a magical dome?
I guess it depends.
Essentially.
Can we get to where we want to go without getting
We- we
exhausted
missed time.
Yes.
after we wake up? Can
Me
we?
too. High five. People are gonna die.
Nothing affects the dome,
Can
yeah?
we take a long rest at this point, or is it still too early?
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Can burrow underneath it, but
Do you have enough?
I don't think we need to
do
worry
it.
about that.
I mean, you've only been awake for 8 hours,
Quickly?
so
Also, actually, since Vorks is
you
here,
wouldn't
he would-
necessarily
quickly.
go
he would
right
be able to get
to
back
sleep.
in.
You'd have to do your little like
minute
evening
normally?
Tense.
10 minutes or more.
But I mean,
I'm a little ways off.
you can go to
Distracted
sleep
by burning.
soonish.
say I guess the real
I don't
question
know
would
how
be,
that-
how soon can we begin a long rest?
That's what Alex asked.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if you want to limit it to like just for simplicity's sake, be like, take one every 12 hours, 16
Just a
hours.
full
It's like,
ray of sunshine.
typical person's like awake 16, asleep 8.
Right.
That accounts for the one a day.
And even then, a long rest isn't actually 8 hours of sleep. It's 2 hours of like light activity and 6 hours of sleep, I believe.
I think it's 7 and 1.
I think it's
Don't-
6 and 2
don't- I
because
don't remember
it's
the
2
exact
hour. We always do
proportions.
2-hour watch shifts.
I don't remember the exact proportions.
Oh, that's true.
But
in the book.
I do. I
It would.
thought it was 6.
Weird flex, but
But either way, it's not a full 8 hours of sleep. There is some
Right,
light
right.
activity. So
That's
I'm
fine.
loud
It,
with it.
it, the question is just
I can too, but I gotta be
how
able to
often
tie
can you
already,
take
so that I
a
can relax
long
enough to-
rest? If there's 24 hours in the day.
It's purely up to you as a DM.
I don't like that answer.
Roll
I
a
like
dice.
things, I
Roll
like
a
things
die.
to be in the book.
Roll a die.
I follow the Church of Amber.
You're in charge now.
I was gonna say, my personal DM opinion is after being awake, like I want to say 6 hours, but I'd shift it back to like 12.
I would say
Assuming
like
you did stuff.
Dude, I got like.
on
did quite a bit of
average.
stuff.
Right, but it's
Yeah.
pretty 12 hours.
I was gonna say like on average it should be every 16 hours. This would be the an extreme case where you could probably fall asleep after 12 because you've done so much fighting and running and stuff like that. But not like you couldn't do every day, every 12 hours take an 8-hour rest. Like that wouldn't.
Yeah, it's like we had an encounter, take a rest. We had an encounter, take a rest. We had
Right.
an encounter,
You
take a
definitely
rest.
can't do that. So
Not what we're trying to do.
you probably like would need about another 4 hours of whatever you want to do before you would be able to like actually fall asleep to take a long rest.
So meet up with refugee colony.
Another 4 hours of traveling as much as we can without risking further exhaustion.
6
And then
hours.
just plop down for the
2
evening,
hours of light activity.
settle down,
Let's just
go to
start.
sleep.
Let's just start walking down the road. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I agree with Vox that start joining the refugee column and just start walking in that general direction.
I can see you meet up with people, give them more info.
Look, show of hands, does anyone particularly want to go save the cult in Caer de Naval or save why?
I like them.
Vorks like spits at you.
That's not an answer.
You're not here. You ran off the map.
Okay,
Wait, I thought we all said it headed and you guys all came towards me in the refugee colony.
Ignoring the fact that Sorn apparently wants to join that cult, does anyone
Which I'm sure
else
we'll have to bring that
actually
up
want
later.
to save the cult in Caer de Naval?
I just want to save the people that are in the dungeons.
They'll be fine if they stay in the dungeons.
Yeah.
Roll deception.
Deception. 16.
I think you know the answer to this question.
I don't believe you.
Or my answer to this question.
That's fine. They'll be fine if they stay in the dungeons. We can
As we
save them
get closer
afterwards.
to the city,
What's your range on your...
can I
your
make
helmet?
another perception check to see if it's taken any damage?
Actually, I might not have the card. Let me look. I don't have the card. I have the
Yeah,
card.
1 second.
It's not that far, I don't think.
Ah, okay. A character can't benefit from more than one long rest in a 24-hour period.
There you go.
So we have to keep going, don't we?
Well,
Well, where's the
it's
chance? Rest, technically.
it's weird, right? Because when does that 24-hour period begin and when does it end? Because every long rest is going to overlap within a 24-hour period because you don't finish a long rest and then stay awake for 24 hours. Like, no one does that. Ever.
I don't think that
So-
you need to get down to the point of counting out the exact hours.
No.
I think
Well,
that
we
they just mean that you can't have 2 long rests. Full, like, you can't. Well, no, they say you get the benefit of the long rest at the end of the long rest.
Yes.
So, within 24-hour period, whatever frame of time you want to set that as, you can't have 2 of those benefits occur.
So So you can start it, but it has to end.
Basically
What
once
is it?
every 16 hours you can take.
Forks commits
Oh,
horrible
what?
seppuku.
What?
You cannot
So we
gain
have
the benefit of a long rest
4 more hours.
more than once in 24 hours.
Yeah.
I really
The
wanna
benefit from long
take
rest
some
happens
pot
at the end of
shots
the
at
long
this
rest.
So what Alex was saying
Then
was
let's go.
it should be a
Wait,
16
do you
to
actually
8.
want to?
Yeah. Roughly.
It's also
Sleep for
a
8,
general
Forks
up for
as soon as Forks
16.
sees you running that
Like in
way,
this
he's
situation,
I
so
wouldn't do
But
it that
I
way. I'd be doing
was
it.
allowing-
marched to death
The-
I would try
in
to do it
12
as smart
hours.
as
It's
possible.
You
like,
could probably,
fall
given
asleep.
today's circumstances, fall asleep at the 12, even though it negates that one rule. But it's not an everyday thing. It's like a once in an extreme case. I would let you do the
That's,
12 and 8 instead of the 16 and 8.
so that is.
If somebody can give me
Saying
a good
tomorrow, you wouldn't be able
good
to do
game
it.
plan for us to get a couple of shots at this thing without getting hurt, then I'll join in on that. But other than that, I do feel like there's not much we can
I don't think it's even in range for any of my spells.
Well, we're at the city right now. I'm sure it's flying
Jonah's
around.
at full power.
Jonah's
You
at full
can-
power. Belena's at full power. I'm not at full
okay,
power,
too.
but I got some.
We
I
talking
still
like
got
a
some
rear
gas in the
guard
tank.
thing? Like cover as many people getting out?
I'd
And
rather
if-
not.
Well, my point is if we
If
it's on the ground,
if we use what we
soaring,
have left before we rest today,
it's
then
about
it's
half
weaker
power.
when we fight it at full power the next time.
But that assumes that doesn't aggro it and then it attacks us.
I think
in
it's.
which case
I
we
think
are
it's
fucked.
what May said. I think it's gonna do its job and then leave. I don't think it. I think because it's. I think because it's programmed
It is
to
programmed.
come back at like a threshold. It doesn't feel pain or sense
No.
danger. I don't think we are a threat to it.
No.
I think it's just there until its job is done and then it leaves. So us shooting at it. Like I said, does it
seems
A
like
look like
a
it's
step.
taking damage, and B does it look like it's paying any attention to the guy shooting up at it now that we're closer to the town?
Well, it is attacking the town that has the people in it that are
I
shooting
know.
at it, and I'm
I
sure
know,
that those
but
people
they-
shooting at it happen to be in the path of its
Yes,
breath
but
weapons.
the difference is if it's making a calculated back and forth path, or if it's deviating from that to shoot back at the guy shooting
Are
at
we
it and
going
then
into
going
the
back.
honey? Are we going into the hive just to grab honey, ignoring bee stings, even though the bees are stinging us, or are we actively turning around and swatting at bees that are trying to sting us while we stand
Well,
there?
I'm trying to figure out what she's doing
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
looking something up because it. Basically, I remember reading something that was specific, and I'm trying to figure out at what point that happens, but I can't find where I read it.
take your time.
Break.
We've only been
More
playing like
off-topic
40
talking.
minutes.
So otherwise, I mean, if you guys are hurt and can carry on, I mean, I can catch up to you. I'm not worried
I
about
am
taking
not,
the
and I have a
exhaustion.
ton
I
of
can at
spells
least
left.
tell you that from where you're at, the dragon does not seem to be responding to the attacks. It is
Cool.
carrying on with its.
All right. Well, I got a bunch of javelin, so let's do it. Rear guard.
Right.
How high up is it right now,
Yeah.
Amber? Like how
Well,
high
that
up
probably kind of depends on the breath weapon they're using,
You
right?
still got thaumaturgy, by the way.
I always have fun.
All right. We might need it.
It's a cantrip. I can make you shout however often.
I got you.
For the record, I protest this action of going to engage it now.
Yes, this is a bad idea.
I'll do it anyway because I like my friends and want them to live. But I think it's a terrible idea.
You can
It's a
take
terrible idea.
you can take the boar and walk down the
It's
street.
about 110
I don't really care.
feet up.
Oh, rides off into the sunset.
About 110 feet up.
Okay, right on.
Oh,
So
I can't even target that.
Yeah, you can.
Directly below it and use firebolt.
I have to get
which I
right
don't
under the
have.
damn thing.
Yes, you do.
Or fireball.
Yeah, in order to hit it, I got to get
Bolt
right under
cantrip.
it. It's 120 for a javelin, right?
Which I believe is
No, that's
120.
120.
Yes.
Is it 120 for a javelin?
The max, yeah. It'd be at disadvantage, but the max range should be.
100%.
I think it's 30. I think it's 30, not 120. I can double check, but
I thought it said on my thing, but it
because javelin spears are short. Spears are 20. Spears are 20.
Yeah, 30, 120.
Yeah,
It's right
spears
there.
are 20 and 60.
Hey, I opened up right to the page. Check
That
it
was
out.
very close. It was like two things there.
I can't even hex it, bane it, slow it. I don't
I'm gonna
slow it.
tie you to
Yes.
one of my
Jonah, what do you
javelins.
got?
For the record, I don't
Debuff, debuff seeking missile.
Track of it.
Okay.
If we get it in the ground,
She's like she goes a few feet up in the air and just lands.
A
She
different
sticks
day,
out. She's just screaming
A
as it
different day to
flies.
get it on the ground.
For the record, I don't want to get to it.
Yeah, I just one giant machine of bad ideas.
bolt, magic missile,
Those all hit.
mind spike,
Probably immune to it.
fireballs.
So
Yeah.
also, as you guys are
Looks
kind of
resilient
like
skier if someone needs a table to hide under.
debating, like kind of walking forward, debating what you're gonna do.
Or sorry, that's
It would
the
be at this point
anti-unicorn
that you
bubble.
do watch as the dragon lands in the town, and you lose sight of it behind the buildings.
Vorks asks before he immediately sprints away Kai to cast Thaumaturgy on him.
So I'm not following that.
Do it.
I'll cast Thaumaturgy on Vorks to see what the fuck happens.
I'm just gonna start screaming praises to the blood god and immediately sprint into the burning town, hoping that someone else hears me. Let's do it!
We're getting closer
For
this
the
whole time?
record,
Or were we
I'm
still
leaving
everything about
if you
this.
want to have been walking closer, or if you guys were kind of like
We're
half.
walking.
we're walking in closer.
Well, we were
Okay.
walking in closer to the town anyway. Whether or not
Well, that's
we
what
went
I was-
into-
need to take the path west
yeah.
Still
anyway,
leaving it up to you guys. Okay. So yeah, you would have been walking.
We can blow our load and then
So-
retreat, I guess.
You got like
I have
say
26.
6 minutes to the town.
Yes, we are all within one shot range.
I mean, of death.
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, it's at the far end of the town. You're not.
Yeah, no, hit point wise, we are all within one shot range.
This is the worst idea I've ever had.
Well, I'm still keeping my distance from it. I don't know what the rest of
Did
you are
someone
planning on
heal me?
doing, but I'm staying
I
behind.
I
Yes.
talked to
How much did you heal me?
I'm gonna call her V.
That's fair.
And I'm
I was
like,
about to say, because I'm not.
if I
really-
use my
Yeah.
last third level
I got you
spell,
back to like half.
I can't
Okay.
cast
Like that,
Damon's Tiny Hut.
No, I
Just
did.
save one so that we can.
I have 33 now.
Sure, I'll keep that up.
Who has the
I'm
gauntlet?
not.
She does.
Can I have the gauntlet?
What's the gauntlet do?
It.
We don't. It's
Might
made of short
hurt me.
one. Yeah, we don't know what it does.
Yes, equipping random items that may or not be magical right before engaging in a giant dragon construct is not a bad idea.
Tells the better story as I jot it down. I put on the gauntlet.
Over the sound of screaming, you just hear what
sounds.
sounds like a bad preacher. Like, yes! Ah!
All this as he wins.
It'll be like a found footage tape.
Yes, we're going into town.
All right, are you guys all following Vorks?
At a very
Yeah.
far distance away. Very,
Yeah.
very far distance away.
Okay.
I will keep up with Vorks, but be
Just behind you.
40 feet parallel to him.
Just to be out of the cone?
Call 45.
For safe.
So about 10 minutes to the edge of town, and then it's at the far end from where you guys would be walking in. So another.
You two are both very hurt, but you're gonna be at range anyway. How hurt are
10
you?
minutes to
not
probably
getting
10 minutes to
close.
navigate.
No, I know.
I'm at about
That's
75%.
Sorry, like 75. How hurt are you?
I am not that hurt at all. Took 6 points.
Okay. I don't have any thing that will really do anything.
I have
First-
8 first level spells, so May,
yeah.
Yeah?
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on you.
Great.
Which of the two of you is hurt more?
Me?
Then here, let me use a Cure Wounds on him. Use a Healing Word on him.
It's since it doesn't have a time limit, I'm just gonna go ahead and hurt myself now to put my right up. But I'm not dropping my sword until that goes away.
Okay.
Watch us kill this dragon. Right?
We're not fighting this
We are.
thing.
We are.
We are not fighting
how much
this
you healing
thing. We're not
He's
fighting
healing
this
you.
thing.
Wait, where's my Goliath buddy and Tuki?
We haven't seen
You're
him.
pretty
Not
hurt.
seen him.
You're pretty hurt.
10 hit points.
Okay, you just doubled my health.
Apparently, I mean, like I'm over
Jesus.
half, but like if I would talk.
Because I can't hurt it with any of my first levels.
Nobody healed you.
I don't know.
I healed May twice during the friggin'
she kept
the
forgetting.
friggin'
I think a lot of it has to
fight.
do with you do damage
And
to
then she
yourself
kept
to do
hurting
damage.
herself. It's like,
So you come back up with 10 health
Fighting in melee range
Yeah,
against the devil.
Stop stabbing yourself.
I hurt myself once.
The whole Barb Devil fight, I think, is just me healing May.
Yeah, and I still ended with less epic.
You gotta kill yourself to do damage. No. You raise with 10 health, you do 5, so you can do 5 damage to hit.
So as you guys walk into the city and start making your way through, just through the edge of town, it is basically rough terrain at this point going forward.
Cratered.
Cool.
You guys get the sense as you're kind of like walking around and looking at this destruction, like it is a very systematic destruction that happened. The buildings are purposefully
8 more.
but you also see giant footprints in the snow. So you get the sense that this thing has landed a few times,
To specifically smash
basically
things.
making sure it got everything.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So there's like nothing left.
It's not completely destroyed yet, otherwise it would go on to next time.
From what we're seeing so far. Like it's just nothing but crushed buildings, basically.
Yeah, this is Helena at the beginning of Skyrim. Well,
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
that's what it is. Everything is broken and smashed.
Hope the dragon takes you all to solve God.
Dragons? I got some bad news for you, buddy. You ain't going to Sodom.
Bring it on Balmora or whatever the fucking Daedra are. Discount Chaos Gods.
Molad Ball?
Oh, whatever.
True.
I've
Fuck
got
anybody.
one more first left.
I got one rage and
I'm out of
33
first,
health.
but I got a 2 and 2 3s left, so.
I got 2 second levels.
And I haven't used any of my wild chips.
And I have
I
one
got-
more
Which means I
third
got,
level.
Which means I got my fire guy.
No.
So
This
you
is
know.
technically my level 6 character sheet, but there's only one thing I'm doing in this fight, and that's Eldritch Blast. So,
That's the one. We're just.
if I get within more than 120 feet of this thing,
Does your
it's-
right make your Eldritch Blast strong?
No, but I need to do it in order to be able to cast it in the first place, which is why I just hurt myself.
Oh, okay.
If I
Why
don't,
wouldn't it help you then? What's this?
because the right turns your sword into a magical focus for casting the spell.
Fuck.
But you don't get the extra damage? That's sad.
No, extra damage on melee attacks only. Pretty sure. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's only on melee attacks.
So yeah, so it's rough terrain going through. It is just destruction. Not
Thaumaturgy last.
I can do it infinite number of times, but it's instantaneous.
So, but it just it lasts for whatever, like a word or something, or
Yeah,
does it
yeah,
duration?
yeah, like once I do it, it lasts a minute, so you have a minute to say the thing.
Oh, okay, so just a minute of me screaming
Yes.
incoherent.
And then I can technically cast it again.
If there's any cultists at East Haven, they will help us if they're still alive.
No, they won't.
I have summoned them.
They're dead or they're retreating to Bridge.
No.
So it takes you a bit to kind of climb through the rubble and the sort of there's not many survivors left. There's kind of a few stragglers at this point making towards the road to Bryn Shander, or at least that road. So it's a bit slow going to get to the other side of town. You going all the way till you can see the dragon?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
That's kind of the intent, I guess.
Why? Why are we doing this?
Because we're idiots.
I am not going to be participating in this.
So it takes a bit to climb through town and,
Yeah.
and make your way through the no longer streets of the city, and you get to the far side and you come within visible distance of this massive dragon, just kind of picking apart pieces that seem to have been missed from its flyover.
How far away is it, roughly?
Yeah.
I mean, you can get as close as
Am I within 120 feet of it at this current moment?
if you want to.
Yeet!
Oh no, I'm like 100 feet back from him at least, probably behind part of like some rubble.
So yeah, at this point, I mean, you can see the dragon. You guys can be however distance you want to be.
A very
at this
long
point.
ways away.
I guess the intention is for us to engage, so
What?
I'd go up.
No.
If we weren't here to engage, we wouldn't have gone into town.
Okay.
So
As we
Wait,
I'm gonna watch.
Disadvantage.
I am literally not getting involved in this. There needs to be one survivor when you all get TPK.
on the way into town, as we were hopping through and through, I would have summoned my fire guy.
Okay.
So he is out and about.
Burning my last rage. Does a 15 hit the dragon?
At disadvantage?
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
you're-
at disadvantage.
I believe we need to set up a battle map.
Oh, dragon.
Rough terrain until you get a dragon.
did Val and the others
15
follow
does
us?
not hit.
Did Val and the others follow us into town?
Yeah, they'd be probably staying back with the farthest back person unless instructed to
Like-
do.
I'm hiding
otherwise.
behind a building.
Yeah, but
as
she
you
could do the
guys-
smart thing.
Look around to assess who's with you. You do notice that Picoi is not with you.
Smart.
Over
Yeah,
here.
I'm like behind some building corner over here, you know.
Jason draws himself cover.
Oh, you're Jonah. Sorry.
Hey, yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
both
okay.
Jonah's gonna be.
No. I forgot that was.
Oh.
I will also be wide berthing.
We're not in a column
No,
like
I
that.
know.
Yeah, no,
Let's
we're
be-
out of the spread out.
Whatever. I don't know
just
what it
putting
looks
it-
like. They're on the map.
Yeah, put your guys is where you want them.
There.
Shall I draw some random rubble terrain?
No.
Amber's like, this will be over too quick.
120's right there. So put me like at the edge of your dice tray on that line. One.
Like right there? That's right there.
Throw it
Go
on the
for it.
backside.
That's 120 away.
I mean, it's all the way between you and them, so. Or him. It?
Could you move forks real quick?
Did you make those or buy them?
Jesus.
No, that was the intent. That's
like
the
it.
rebel.
Sounds like he meant.
But yeah, they're weighted bottoms, so they want to stand up.
Yeah, he made them out of foam.
So cool.
It's actually pretty sweet. At least one can be standing up.
No, none of them are standing.
Yeah, between you and it, nothing's standing.
Damn it.
Not that thing was.
I was gonna say, if you want, I've got some more little base ones if you need more. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Well,
Is everybody standing where they want to be standing?
Yeah.
Put Vork's
Horse, where were
back.
you? You were.
Shit, where was I?
So, like,
You put them in your dice tray.
put that over. Knock that over. That's not standing.
It's not standing, it's just tall enough because he's short.
Yes.
It's a pile.
So this is
It's
the
fine.
This is the 120 foot
Yeah.
line.
Yes,
120 line,
that's
yes.
the 120 foot
So
line.
Vorks would be there. Well, did you throw from 120? Like you said, as soon as you were in
Well,
range.
anything beyond 30 is
Disadvantage.
disadvantage, so wherever he wants to throw from.
Mass.
So you-
I originally threw from
Massively.
120, so yeah.
Okay. So you're at
I
120.
didn't
I'd be.
Hey, wow, everybody's just so resigned to this. We're just like, I guess we're gonna just die.
Where do you want to
I'm gonna let my friends in.
Jonah's cool, hanging back a little bit.
Okay.
Where's Val?
That was this chick.
Okay.
Come here, Val.
Where do you want you to be?
I was gonna be in line with Vorks. I was hoping to be a bit more, not in cone range, but.
No, this is it. We're in
Alright.
cone.
We all spread out
Well, if
as
we had
are.
less stuff on the map, we'd have a wider city to fight in.
This is true. You have a wider city to fight in.
Come on, man. I'm doing everything I can.
I know.
Well, if someone had a larger table, we'd have more room.
As I-
Okay, okay. I look at this table.
As we got within, once we got within 120 feet, I also would have attacked this.
True.
Oh,
Yeah.
All of us would have, as soon as we got to
Yeah.
our 120 threshold,
Jason,
Yeah.
look.
on
Once we get to the 120
That's a
threshold,
problem to your solution, or a solution to your
Eldritch Blast
problem.
everybody fire.
Go ahead and roll whoever's attacking
Is
at
anyone
this
else?
point.
I'm attacking at disadvantage.
Two more that are out.
I think it's probably just
Ooh.
Ian if he wants it.
Do you want a 2D tray to?
Oh,
25 and a 19.
19 for the first one, 25 for the second one. And
I miss.
only a 10
If
for the third
we're,
one.
if we're getting quick attacks in Jonah would
Scorching ray.
use a
you're
plan,
scorching
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Shot
I'm
my
letting
bow.
which
everyone
means
have.
he needs to be at the 120 line.
I'm at the 120.
We are.
Joan.
Jonah.
Oh,
Jonah.
Jonah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm past 120, so it's 80. After 80 would be disadvantage.
Yes. But you have up to your max to hit. So
I did a disadvantage. I
Yeah.
missed.
Yeah.
So did the 19? I'm hoping the
19
25
hits.
hit.
19 hits.
Okay.
Do we see anyone else shooting at it at all, or is it everyone else? All the other resistance pretty much gone.
At this point, you don't see anybody else fighting it.
Wow. Like crossbows have a really long range.
Yes, they do.
Heavy crossbows have a crazy.
Alright, so damage, rolling damage, is that working?
So is the plan to just get it to like
Oh, I'm just trying to trig it till we're out of
Ideally.
juice,
Yeah.
and then we're gone.
Yeah, or
16
just
force damage total.
pew
Both
pew
of
until
others
it.
Yeah.
lasts. Assuming 19 and 25 both hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a 19 will hit, so higher than that will hit.
11 fire damage.
16 force, 11 fire.
How's it looking?
What's Jonah doing?
he foresaw this.
Did he?
So he's going to cast a 5th level Chaos Bolt
Wait, what?
with a natural 20 divination.
Wait, what? Wait,
Let's
did
go.
Jonah just become God?
Let's go.
He woke up and said, "Today, I am God."
Orcs has a noticeably large erection at this point.
I forgot, he rolled his portents and showed me them last time.
So DM has proof that he had a 20 portent.
Yeah.
Dude, you're about to
Basically,
one-shot this
the
dragon.
way
He's like at Harley's
divination
hip bone.
works,
She didn't get it.
you get to roll 2
That's-
d20s
no, back.
every
There.
day, and then you can use those at any time before you know the result of a roll. So like,
You don't even get
No,
to roll.
you don't
just
get to roll. You just say
this
you're
is the
using that
result.
roll. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You just completely forgoes the roll.
Yeah. Divination Wizard did that.
right, but I guess I was seeing more because
Yeah, and you can use it on the enemy too. Like,
I'm sorry.
Then-
Marty would roll, but as long as
I
Dave
think
didn't
the
know
whole
what the
plan is you
result
just
was, he could be
pew
like,
pew
no,
at
just
it
kidding.
until either we
Your
take
roll
more
is
damage
actually
and
this.
get out,
Yeah.
or
That's why I
it's
said it
out.
that way.
gotcha. Yeah, really handy with the enemy too. It's like they need to
Ideally,
make a
maybe
con
it
save.
turns
They roll the
around
2.
early, and we say we get a
Yeah.
little time.
I should say before they know the roll.
Yeah.
So like if you roll your own, you're too late.
That is just way too much to shake. It's by your left
The
foot.
worst portents to roll are 10s on the die
Left chair,
because they
left
don't
side.
give you a good success or failure like option.
Gotcha.
If you roll like a natural
Roll
one, you can be
along
like, no,
the
the enemy rolls a
table.
natural one, that's safe.
Pretty decent.
Separate the 8s.
That's 10. That's another 10. That's another 10.
How's it looking?
15. Of
Maybe it'll just like
7 to
spontaneously
4,
combust if it takes too much damage and can't repair. Like it's like a program that can't run. Like nah, does not
Psychic.
give you.
The best we
Force.
can hope
Look
for,
at how big this thing is.
or cold.
the best we can hope for is that we damage it now. It doesn't give a fuck about us. It flies off to Caradinal Ball, and they do the remaining damage.
They're not gonna.
Could be
They have a
force.
bar.
don't
Amber
know-
said they
I don't
have a
know what
devil
the
locked
breath
up.
weapon is. I don't know
And
what the
like
breath
an
weapon is.
arch.
I just feel like something metal.
That is the
with
deterrent to use
tentacles,
to not
That's fair.
kill us.
A construct
For
of
us
some
not to
sort
fight the
probably
cult.
doesn't really
Does
take
no one else
psychic.
remember this?
Force seems more.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was
This is.
don't have a double
That's
lock up
30.
there.
No, they don't.
45. What's that?
I was sober as fuck for that entire
Jesus.
session. I know I'm not Amber.
What?
Didn't you say there was an
Even 20.
archdevil locked up in Caradinal
65.
Ball that should like be able to punch this dragon right in the face?
No,
Then why did we not kill them all?
because they were gonna kick our ass because there was way
You're
more of them.
thinking, you're thinking of Levistus, who's an archdevil that's locked in a prison of ice. You
Oh,
learned
maybe
that
that's
from
what
the
it was.
book.
Getting
On
things
the
confused.
sixth plane of hell or whatever. it
Yes.
was.
God damn it, never mind then. I was about to say Caradinal Ball's gonna do all the work for us.
No, no, there's nobody coming to save us.
65 force damage.
Nice.
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Nice.
And you did not. Wild magic did not go off.
Also nice.
The unicorn shows up like what?
Alright, let's go.
Are you playing Jonah
65.
too?
Yeah, because I'm
65.
familiar with him.
My list of things to do was way too long. I went, Alex, this is your character. Will you please play him?
Oh shit, he has 2 5th level spell slots.
Do it again. Blow your load.
And except I do need to brush up on a couple of his mechanics.
That's like the rest of us just saw this giant force beam bolt just smack into this thing's face.
I have my dude flying up in the sky above us.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, he would, because his speed is the same as mine.
Just chilling.
So I guess he'll move forward. He'll be at like 90 but 30 feet in the air, if that matters.
Oh shit. God damn it.
90 from the dragon, but
Yeah,
30.
90 linear, 30 feet up.
Are we
So-
rolling initiative?
That's what. If it helps,
Idea.
that's he's in the air.
So as you
have a
guys
thing.
get within range of this
Sure.
dragon and just bombard it with your first round, it kind of stops what it's doing and it looks at what just hit it.
How dare you?
And then
Hillary.
Wow.
It's
Lo
going-
and behold, you attack the thing and it attacks back.
Oh yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
it's going to release.
Jonah did the most damage. Jonah did the most damage. Alright, Jonah.
Its breath weapon, which is a straight line.
Oh, thank fucking Christ. There is a god.
This thing is the most unbalanced. There we go.
I don't think
It's
I
supposed to
put
be a
it
flight
together
stand.
Yeah, cool idea. Terrible execution by this guy. It's not flattable.
At Jonah is the last thing that hit
It would be
it.
the other way around.
Well, as
Oh,
the
she
thing that
made
hit the most, it has enough sense to figure
Breath
that
weapon
out.
goes out 120 feet.
That's unfortunate.
Yep,
Jeez Louise. What a
and
beam.
it's well,
Oh, God.
you can. It's 5 feet wide.
Okay.
It's a line. So
It is a laser.
I'm a fire.
It's gonna be like a 10-foot wide laser.
yeah. Jonah needs to make a Dex saving throw.
Jonah, we barely knew ye.
I see this as an absolute win.
Jonah.
Get it.
Uh-oh.
9.
Oh no! Jonah
Can you
turns
use one
to
of your
dust.
like predetermined rolls for that?
Once per turn.
Oh.
Goodbye!
Do you want to use your portents?
His other one.
Oh, this
not
is
that-
technically a different turn. Because it's now its turn.
Sure.
Is it, or is
Sorry,
it once a
round.
round? Okay, I was about to say.
Sorry, round.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let me double check the wording.
All right, scatter, run.
We don't need to scatter, we just need to not be in a line. Now that
Damn
we
it,
know
it's
it's a
important
line.
times 2.
I just
That
wish
way,
that it was
that way it can just kill us one at a time instead of all at the same time.
But
Oh, this is
my
great.
other portent's an 11. It's
Now
not
my turns are going to be, move forward
I need?
5
Like a-
feet, Eldritch Blast, step backward 5
I
feet
got
out of range.
13.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Flawless plan.
What could possibly go wrong?
I think I'm gonna try to ride this one too.
9. He failed.
Oh no, it's gonna eat
Sure
you.
he did.
I'm gonna get
Just
right,
like-
but right
just
between its back, like someone who,
stop
like a
it.
midget jumping on Arnold Schwarzenegger's back between his shoulders. You just can't reach me.
You're gonna try to grapple it, and it's gonna just fucking grab you and pile drive you into the dirt, and you will be a small
Takes,
face down crater.
8 points of radiant damage.
You said 28,
38.
38.
and that was on a fail.
Failure?
For a failure? Okay.
I feel a little better about this now.
That's not so bad. That's not so bad.
I mean, if I succeed, I can survive one. That's fine.
I can
Yeah,
survive
yeah.
one if I were at full health, which I'm not, so I can't survive one.
Right,
So,
yeah,
alright,
obviously.
alright.
And then it jumps in the air and flies off.
Like,
Are you fucking shitting me?
Like, leaves the town heading towards what you assume would be Cairdenable.
Are you shitting me?
Yep. Later.
Can I throw another?
great success.
Yeah, as it
That
goes,
should be
can
something
we?
60 feet.
90 feet in its fly speed, so
I'm gonna try to
Does
shoot
it
it
fly
once more.
over us or away from us?
No, away from you.
Okay.
because it's at the edge of town and then heading from the town up to Cairdenable. So
Great success.
I'm gonna have it fly up, and as it's leaving, take one pot shot because it's the only thing that's gonna get close. I won't be able to outrange it, but he's
My-
already in the air.
My thing is 320, so I can just try to shoot it again one more time.
okay.
Great success.
There's one pot shot from my guy, and that's all I got.
15.
15 misses.
Oh, you did what?
Also rolled a
65,
15.
68, 65, 65 plus
15 misses.
91.
I hit it for 11. He hit it for
This is
65.
just kind of
See,
like
we did almost
last
100
pot
damage
shots
to
was
it.
everyone getting
If
like a round
all the damage was,
to do a
was
pot shot.
good.
Right,
The
if-
pot shot round, that's not bad.
See, chunky boy.
I wasn't really doing rounds necessarily.
right.
It's
Goodbye.
now 210 feet,
Okay.
so can you even reach it.
No.
Okay. Yeah. She could because she's got the crossbow.
I'm gonna try one more
I
time.
don't.
Can I try one more time or
She
no?
has 300 some odd range if she wants to take a pot
320.
shot.
So it would be. It was 100. Well, you're farther back.
Yeah.
So it was how far from you?
She's only 20 feet behind us, so.
Okay, so 140 plus 90 would be 100 or 230,
Yeah, she's
and
still
then the next round would be 180. So it would dash. So then it would be over.
Yeah, but she shot when it went to
90.
90. So this would be at the two.
80. So I can hit
Yeah.
one more time.
Yeah. This is. She only gets.
Well, no,
she
I
only
mean
get
the
two
first
shots.
round was your guys' attack and then its attack, and on its turn it moved 90 away from you because you
Yeah.
can move and attack in the same turn.
Right.
Okay,
So
and
she
that's
hit,
what I
so that
hit.
was her second attack.
That was my second attack at 90.
So that 90 plus 180 is this attack. Is what she's saying.
But it's not 90 plus
No,
180 because
no,
you're
no.
already 140
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
140
Yes,
plus 90
but
plus
she still has,
180.
she has like 300 and some odd
I
feet
have
to shoot at it.
3.
But 140 plus 180 plus 90 is over 320.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's right. Emperor's right.
So if you go, it's basically round one. It's
So round one.
ends,
So round one,
ends
all of
with
us attack.
So and it's 140
And it
feet
attacks.
from her,
Yes.
and then it attacks on round one because
Yeah.
there was no surprise.
Yes.
And then at the end of its attack, it moved 90 feet away. So at the end of round one, it was already 230 feet away.
right. So then she took another attack,
So then she took her another attack,
which missed,
which was, and then it
and
dashed
it
away.
moved 180 feet.
Right. So 230 plus 180 would be what? That's. It doesn't matter. Plus 100 is already.
410.
You're already at
Yeah,
330.
sponsorship for us.
Yeah.
Which is out of range. Plus another 80 would be.
So see?
410,
Yeah.
So
Load up the bag so they can see.
So
Yeah, it's
unless somebody can reach at the 410,
Let's go.
not on someone's
Yeah.
longbow.
Or dimension door, which he doesn't.
Yeah. What is?
Does Val have dimension door?
Most Valenian. Yeah. That's something that
Because if
has
she has
higher
dimension
range.
door, does Jonah have dimension door?
No.
so as it's flying off,
And it's flying, and it's.
heading towards Caradin,
Okay.
you assume. That direction.
That's what I make sure.
Yeah.
And
Because if it-
that would be the next one in attack.
We don't know what its threshold is, like
Sure.
realistically. So if it was flying back where we just came from, I'd
Right.
be like, hey, yeah, cool, like job's done. But yeah, Chris, it's flying. All right, so we have to book it to.
We have to sleep.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Yeah.
Yes.
hopefully we
We're
go
booking
across
it
country.
nowhere.
we are resting in the rubble.
Did some of you hear something? I don't see Borks anywhere, or Vorstrix anywhere. Sorry, I see Borks right there.
He's back
You
here.
asked Vorks where Vorks is.
do you know where you are?
Vork speaks in the third person.
I think
now.
that piece of rubble over there is talking.
I just tell him to go find the nearest table. Like, we'll check and see if there's a table.
Oh,
He
that was,
did.
that was the closest thing you could find. That's right.
Wow, you're all alive. Shocking.
So it decided it didn't want to play and it would rather go off and destroy the next town.
Yeah.
So
Maybe if someone had participated, we would have done a little bit more damage to it.
No.
highly doubtful.
Forks throws a gem.
What do you guys do now?
Cry.
Fair.
Can we rest, please?
It's the thing I do.
We still got another like hour or two.
Any survivors
now,
around?
Yeah, now that we're in the middle. Now that we're in the middle of the town.
So,
I'm not
do we
putting
want
my
to
sword
keep
down, by the
walking?
way.
Do we want to keep walking
I'm
in
gonna
the
keep
rest?
that in my
Or
hand out for as long.
Yeah, I'm with Kai though. I'm
Until I
gonna.
Yeah.
take a
Wait.
rest.
Yeah, you. So you
Let's
guys still
keep
have
going.
like 3.5 hours before you can sleep. Any more travel will.
On our way out,
potentially
Vorks
do
will also check
exhaustion.
for
Right, which I
potentially
think
wounded
Walking
and
to
or
the first person
survivors.
is exhausted.
yeah,
Is
yeah, walk until
everything destroyed, or did it just hit its like I've done enough damage here in my mind threshold and take off? Like, did we interrupt it? Like, did we save any of the buildings, or is everything pretty much just destroyed?
At the point that it landed,
way.
basically,
Okay.
it was mostly destroyed. It just was like coming in and like knocking over the few like remainder.
This little cabin's still here.
From East Haven to Caer Dineval is a 4.5 hour.
Yeah. No, we're not.
We're not going anywhere.
going
No.
anywhere.
Going there.
I'm just letting
We're
you guys
going.
know.
We're gonna head
We're going
towards
to go to
Terminal.
And
Yeah.
in hindsight, we're all going
Terminals
to
are fine
regret
to stand.
not calling it a night at the base of the mountain range. But
could be the
Then you would know what's going on and you could sleep better.
we could have slept better.
It's
But
actually
also,
supposed to be the 2.
metagaming
Sausage,
hindsight,
which is the
she
one
would have
that's
sending
quite
earlier,
stable.
could have sent a warning message to the towns earlier. Now we've lost those 4 hours and the dragon has been destroyed.
I
Now it's
see.
entire
Yes, that makes sense.
I just couldn't set it up fast.
Kinda gave me hindsight.
Did we tell Tuki and the Goliath to keep going after the? Is that why we don't see it? I can't remember.
I don't remember what we told you.
I believe the instruction you gave was to try and get to East Haven and warn
so
them
this is the
about the
thing they
dragon.
Yes.
We explicitly told them not to engage the dragon. I do remember that.
Interesting.
So hopefully,
Do you see your friend flying around anywhere? Do you have like some type of like connection?
do you see any survivors around the rubble?
No.
Yeah, take
Nearby?
Go ahead and make like an investigation check.
Do you have anything for Christmas?
10.
You don't see anything. Nobody's left on the streets at this point or walking around.
Do a 16 see anything?
Perception or investigation?
Perception. Thank God.
You do not see any remaining people in the town or milling about this area.
Not any living ones, anyways.
Yes.
Can I just keep like a constant eye or something
There-
to see if there's anything that moves ever on the way out of the town?
You guys do see bodies and destruction.
Can we
What
see
angle
that
is-
wagon of the lady? Since I know we're all very excited to see if
Oh
her
shit,
caravan
is
got
she
destroyed.
dead? We could loot her shit.
You wanna investigate around what used to be the
Yeah.
square?
Is that where I assume that's where we were? But
Well, you're
I
at the
guess
edge
that-
of town.
Oh, okay. Well, then,
Because that's where the dragon was. So,
Gotcha.
but you guys have 3.5 hours to figure out something. So,
Just try to
if
get
you want
over
to
to
go
where
make an
we
We can do a quick
investigation
search,
check.
but yeah, I think we should keep walking.
I agree.
Start walking the road to Brinchander.
Tourmaline. We're gonna head it off. We're gonna let it destroy.
Which it'd be
Oh,
faster
To take the road to Bryn
on
Shander.
the
then.
roads. Yes. We go through Brinchander to Tourmaline on the roads, or we cut across the countryside.
I don't think that's.
I don't think that's
wise.
either. No, I don't either.
Based on all your experience, the roads are faster. Would you roll Kai for investigation?
I had no.
Oh.
Crappy. 11.
You do not see any signs of a wagon.
Sorry, 13. Not that that matters.
Still no sign.
Right?
You
Alright.
start walking
Probably still alive.
Time we start
towards Brinchander.
Yep.
So that's
Look at this place. There's doors and columns everywhere.
just shy of 4 hours to get there.
Yep.
So the first half an hour passes for your first hour after your travel time
Yep.
between the additions and before and after the fight. I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws.
DC 11.
Fantastic. Failed.
So,
I can't roll once.
and you too. Oh, that's right.
25.
Yeah!
Good.
You guys made it before.
Holy shit, that's not right.
Got an 11.
Okay.
Jonah.
I got 11 on the dot.
Jonah 12.
17.
23.
Alright, so all of you except for May are good. May takes her first level of exhaustion.
Can I like... May, how much do you weigh?
That's not polite.
We're on like a jog here. I'm asking how much you weigh because you're starting to fall behind. You're getting tired.
Oh no shit. It's been one hell of a day, folks.
So we're just gonna yeet May, fireman carry, and just keep going.
Carrying May would move you at half speed.
Oh shit.
Again,
She can walk.
The-
It affects her differently.
We also have
Oh.
a panther that moves quite fast. That
Okay,
goes.
if
that-
she
This
doesn't-
one
that should
doesn't
be-
affect her speed.
Oh, okay,
Level
never
two
mind.
It's a
affects her
medium
speed.
creature.
Never mind then.
But it moves at 50 and has a climbing speed.
What is level
No,
one?
it shouldn't bother.
Can't
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Which is perfectly fine, but we don't want to risk her getting another
Right.
level of exhaustion
So we
by going for
rest
another
her.
hour.
Fuck it, I'll keep going.
I mean, I
Don't
can...
care.
Like it's half speed.
to group. Are you guys
I'd
going
say-
another hour?
But a long rest wouldn't help.
It would get rid of one.
Get
I
rid
guess
of
we're one. So if she incurs another one,
I'll risk a second.
It would get. It would get.
Does it affect my save if I try to roll to exhaustion again?
Does the DC go up every
Yes,
time?
it goes up by one for every hour thing
Okay.
that we're doing.
I mean, I guess if it gets really bad, I can carry her the rest of the way in.
Are saving throws ability checks?
No. Saving throws are saving
one.
throws.
So ability checks are just.
Just
Ability.
Yeah, gain
My
athletic.
guidance doesn't help me for that save.
Skills.
Yeah.
It only helps.
And
It only helps for
initiative.
checks.
That is
So this
technically
is
an
for
ability check.
that would be for what kind of check? Like, what is that?
Your inspiration
call, Meg.
works different than my guide.
If you're willing to
so
risk it.
it would be up to
As
her.
well. We've
It
made
lasts-
enough dumb decisions today. What's one more?
It lasts a certain number.
Ability check.
I mean, the only one injured was the new guy.
Oh, saving throw.
So you can see if that shit
He
would
took
apply here.
like a chance.
He ate it to the face.
Okay, did you have to roll for 2?
We can try that.
No, I had to roll for
If we keep going.
What is the exhaustion check? Is that a saving throw?
It's a constant.
Well, right now we're
Constitution
rolling to
saving
see.
So
You get exhaustion
if
various
it's
ways, but yeah.
not listed in the stat block. It's just a +0 for saving throws.
It's whatever the modifier. For
Yeah, the modifier
stat
for
block
her
would be.
stat.
Yeah, if it's not listed explicitly as something, it's plus whatever.
The mod is for
if
that thing.
she has a 14 con, it's +2.
Yeah.
If she has a,
Okay.
my 8 con,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
-1.
Yeah.
So she just barely saves as well for the exhaustion, and you rolled Jonah,
Yep.
and that's all you've got with you right now.
Tuki. Oh, wait, no, Tuki was flying. Never mind.
No,
Also
as
not
well.
with you.
Yeah.
Let's get at least
I-
half.
Yeah.
Let's get at least halfway there.
Okay.
We're on the road. Is there like a someone
I was
with
about to say, is there a
like
card
caravan? Yeah,
refugee?
can we do this in a not stupid way?
Oh, for fuck's sake, let's go.
Alright, up. Thank you.
You guys would come across some stragglers at this point, kind of the last people out of town, but
No.
none of them have
Off.
caravans.
Right, everybody's just freaking running out with whatever
God
they
damn, this
got on their
avalanche taking out
backs.
that sled.
Yeah.
It wouldn't help us.
That's right, we don't have any.
You guys make
1 more hour.
moving on another hour?
I guess. So.
Alright, go ahead and make another
give you-
Constitution saving throw.
Meg, my last
help you.
bardic inspiration.
Hey!
I have 4. I thought I had 3.
That's why you should just let me
And
carry you.
it's 12.
What's
DC
the,
12.
what's the bardic inspiration die?
D8.
D8?
So we get just the
That might
die.
actually be critically necessary.
I am
Jonah.
exhausted.
You were
Oh, Jonah's exhausted.
I almost rolled higher on the D8 than I did on the D20.
Vorks is so. Vorks
high?
just hit his like 8th win
No,
at this point.
I'll be good
23
this
again.
23.
10.
a lot.
I was
20,
like,
like 25.
15 this time, since she inspired me.
That's enough. So
24,
Jonah
sorry.
and V are exhausted at this point.
And me.
How long does it take to get from you saving to Brinchander again?
4 hours.
Okay.
Or 4.5.
So we're
We're halfway there.
about halfway.
Just shy of 4.
Just shy of 4.
Yeah, so we're about halfway
You've,
there.
yeah, you're technically an hour and a half on this road because of weird.
And then Brinchander to Tourmaline.
It's
It
another.
was shorter. It was like.
No, because you have to go through. We went through Targos. It's like another 4. Or not 4, but it's like 3.
It's 4.5 from
4.5.
Bryn Shander to Lonelywood.
To Lonely. We're gonna go
So it's about 4 to Brinchander to Tourmaline, right?
Oh,
'Cause it's-
sorry,
yeah, we're going-
3 to Tourmaline.
Yeah.
3 to Tourmaline.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, but you do have to route through Targos
Yep.
for it.
It's accounted.
Well, so we have
So a total of
I'm feeling okay, but you guys are still looking
11
kinda rough.
hours counting the rest to get to Tourmaline.
If we go 1 more hour, we can just set up camp right on the side of the road and finally actually rest.
Okay.
Up to you guys.
Or we could do that now.
I'm doing okay.
So,
I mean, Vorks is still golden. Vorks, I might as well call me
Mm.
Lance Armstrong. I've doped my blood and everything. We're good.
Classic walks.
So who all? You're still at 1. You're which one of you is at 1?
Jonah's
Jonah.
at 1.
Me,
And then-
V's at 1.
and then you're at 1.
And Domina's at 1.
It's like half of us.
Turn
It's up to you guys.
to look at Jonah and
If
Val
we could-
and be like,
If
I
tomorrow's
think we
meant to
might
just
push on,
be
but you're under no obligation to push yourselves with
and
us if you don't.
take a day off or die, 1 level shouldn't hurt us.
Up to
Let's keep going.
I feel great. So
But yeah, it's up to those
you guys,
who are
yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah,
You can
people who are
Yeah.
exhausted, you decide, because you guys will be the ones who are gimped.
Let's keep going.
I don't mind to go one more hour at least. But again, if Val and Jonah don't want to push themselves, they're under no obligation to.
We can technically get rid of Val and Jonas. Because we got the magic spring water.
Oh.
If it even works after being in a flask for so long.
Maybe. Well, we can try. But up to you. So it's up to vote to carry on one more?
Would say I'm okay to keep going if you guys feel it is necessary. I was not pushed quite so hard as you before you rescued me. Jonah probably wouldn't want to go, but also not want to be by himself.
Right. I was thinking he would just like take his rum ration and soldier through.
One more hour.
One more hour.
DC is 13.
I'm a god at this. Everything needs to be
Feel good.
Constitution saving.
Same thing 3 times in a row
Alright.
on this dice. What the fuck?
Then they roll
Two
well.
19s in a row.
Alright.
This is my third.
19 this time.
On the.
19 total.
I meant you didn't get the Bardic Inspiration, it was one time use.
It was
19 total.
24.
23.
7 for Soren, 17 for Jonah.
Okay, so Soren gets one and.
So everybody's still at 1 unless she failed.
Dude, we can just we can finish it. We just need one more. We can get
Yeah, should we just push on and get to Bryn Shander?
Because
We're
the-
one away.
Yeah, we might. I can't fail this save. I really can't. I say that now.
You say
Yeah.
you're gonna roll natural.
Well, it's getting harder the more we go. So now it's up to 13?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
up to 14.
It's up to 14. Yeah.
If you do another roll, it's 14. This
Yeah.
one was 13.
Let's go.
We're an hour out. We can just collapse at the
Yeah,
top.
we're just gonna collapse on the edge of Bryn Shander, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Continuing the bad ideas.
I don't know if that was a good explanation,
No, it was.
or a bad.
We're still rolling.
14 now.
14.
Attaboy.
Made it with Soren.
Fuck yes.
And Jonah's gonna use his portent
Get it.
for a total of 17.
Does a natural 20 get rid of my previous point?
No.
Natural 20 for a 22.
9.
1 for you.
9.
2 for you.
18.
21.
Let me just see something real quick. Sorry.
Good on both.
And V gets her second.
So V and Domino.
Have 2.
Have 2.
Okay, but we
Which
make
is-
it to
so-
Bryn Shander?
Yeah, you're like at the edge. And it is, now that you're here, there's like kind of crowds, not big crowds, but like there's more people here than you would expect. Looking real rugged, kind of milling about the like edges of town and stuff, just sort of looking very shaken and just
I
like
might
the
have
sad.
advantage on this. Sorry.
Look, let's not even go to the town. Let's just set up the dome outside, rest, and tomorrow morning we'll reassess.
Yes.
Someone in the crowd
The
will probably.
first sensible thing I've heard all day.
That's what I wanted to do 6 hours ago. But someone in the crowd will undoubtedly be telling people of the dragon attack. It's not our
Well, yeah.
responsibility to spread that word right now. At least not here.
Works looks over
You
May and
do
looks
see at this point, like there's definitely a guard at the gate, the wall.
How far are we from the wall?
You're just like right outside it. I mean, you can be as far as close as you guys want to set up camp, but like you're at Bryn Shander.
Yeah. Let's just go like 100 feet off into the snow and
Yeah.
set up camp. And
Okay.
yeah.
Does the hut hold a certain amount of people, or?
Yes, but we have 2 huts, so.
Oh,
Technically, we do have 2.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
do.
Val could do
Oh,
it.
Val can
Then
do the
V
hut.
can do
Okay,
a hut
gotcha.
if she wants. Can you do a hut? Okay.
Yeah, I
because
didn't
you
use any
didn't
spells.
cast any spells.
It's a ritual, so.
Alright.
Oh.
Everyone go to sleep.
Yeah, you guys are very exhausted.
Yes,
Just
we are.
as the hut gets up, you guys all kind of just pass out. I assume you found a place out of the way so nobody's just accidentally walking.
Was the guard like not letting people in?
No,
Okay.
just like they're on alert. Like you gather, they know what's happened. Like
Not a race.
Yeah.
I remembered what it was.
I just meant like there's more of a presence than the last time you were here because they're on alert.
Before everyone passes out, I'm like, May, I will need your help tomorrow.
With what?
Don't worry about it now.
Rest, my sweet child.
I hate it when he does that.
Real quick, can we try the water on the people that
yes.
it doesn't affect?
Drink this.
But wouldn't it be fine because they sleep? It goes away after you sleep?
She has two.
He has 2.
It'll get her back to 0, so you would just have just the one for you is all we'd be back to.
My just ability checks.
Yes, but if it,
If it works.
yeah, if it works, it works.
Ability checks count as.
Just like skill, like perception, like investigation, stuff like that. Attacks don't count as ability. Does it work for her?
She drinks it, and she thinks for a minute and oh, I do feel a bit less tired.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
We're all it's a net positive then. Well done. Oh, Nuffle has smiled up.
Oh, the only one we fucked over is Domino.
I'm used to it.
Fist bump.
And you guys all fall asleep.
A couple housekeeping things before we kick in. Could I have had time to go see Tina before we took the long rest, just to make sure her specifically knew what was going on, and she got out of Dodge and knew what was up, and then to see if she had anything that would most likely be helpful. But that's mostly just letting her know that shit was going down because I like Tina.
Well, you have to be present for. You have to be present for.
And I can leave after it's cast. So.
It would be cutting into your 8 hours, like everyone else is going to sleep, so they would be up in 8 hours, so this would take away from
Do
your...
it in the morning.
Because I don't think, even though it's just kind of like walking around and talking, I don't think that's supposed to be part of the long rest. Like, you should just be kind of like
Lounging.
journaling or like...
Chillaxing.
Yeah. Heating up a breakfast or, not terribly lots of moving around. You're also, well, you're not exhausted, but you are exhausted in the sense that you've had a really long day.
So did you end up going with the 12-hour or the 16-hour?
So what I said was, in general, most of the time, like 95% of the time, it should be a 16-8. You can't do a long rest
There's
more than 16 hours. But
Right.
this like very specific situation, because of how much you did and
Yeah,
the running
that's
over
all
land
I'm
and stuff,
asking was
like I
this
was
particular
letting you do the
instance.
12. Yeah.
Okay, so it is 12. So
'Cause
we're
you-
essentially going to sleep at 4.
Yeah.
So 8 hours. We're essentially waking up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah, 2 a.m.
So that is also something to keep in mind of what you're gonna do.
So Tina would possibly be asleep.
Asleep. Yes.
Leave a note on her door.
Uh-huh.
Was there more to that?
Oh, just wanted to see if I could sneak that in.
Okay.
Is that what
I thought
mean?
you said a couple housekeeping things, so I just wanted to...
Oh, that was just for my own turn of phrase. That's all.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
If the answer was yes, there would be more stuff.
We technically have things
Alright.
to identify, but that would count. That would cut into the time. So we just
Oh
want
yeah.
I mean, you can do
actually,
it in the morning, but...
Did putting on the gauntlet do anything?
Oh.
Speaking of time to identify, though, we're in. This is the long rest, so we do have a little bit of downtime before we actually sleep, right? Or is that kind of like?
I mean,
Sounds like the assumption is we're basically
technically you
getting
can
there
do that anytime you want, but
Because-
my assumption is because I'm letting you do, like, sleep
Yeah.
early, you guys are tired.
Okay.
Like, you want to sleep at this point. That's why you're able to sleep before your 16 hours.
Yep. Okay.
So the 2 hours of downtime is probably in the morning.
Do things in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then.
Well,
base-
end of the 8 hours.
Yeah.
Basically, all I'm asking is like I wouldn't necessarily know any of the effects because I didn't use it. Just like, does it seem like I can't take it off? And did it?
Is it biting at me?
Yeah. Like,
I know.
just putting on immediately alert me to anything like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that.
I understand.
Unknown item. Yeah, dumbass move. Possibly have consequences.
The entirety of yesterday was just a bunch of dumb decisions after another.
But in the morning,
Damn, you have a lot of stuff.
but in the morning when we wake up, if we do have that time where we're still just like chilling after sleeping to complete the long rest, someone should cast Identify ritually many times on many things, so we know exactly what we got.
Oh shit. No night.
What do we have to identify?
There's the gauntlet.
We got a lot of things. We got the gauntlet for one.
Wait, so now
I
we're in
detected,
the
I
morning
detected
at this
magic.
point?
The gauntlet pinged and did the crown ping?
Yeah, we have the chainmail. We have the gauntlet. We have the crown potentially.
Yes.
Are we so now are we technically in the morning?
Yes.
Well, we had your cloak that you're using, which we
Yep.
figured out what that basically was because you knew what it was.
Yes.
And then there was the
We have. We left the statue there. Right?
yes, because that was fucked.
We have the head. Let's see, we have the wand, which we don't know what the wand does.
Yep, so we have the wand.
We have the so that I know what it is.
You had like a shawl that you knew or whatever it was.
Wand of identify.
The Wafi. Ephawafi is what we call it. Which I know.
Amber,
Maybe you'll get that
I'm
one.
going to send a message
Leviosa.
to Lymphy.
Oh!
All right. Did I tell you the gauntlet was magical?
So I'm trying to remember. I detected
don't-
magic
Okay.
at some point during that whole thing where all of them were in range. So I would have known if they were magical to not waste time, basically.
But I don't.
But I think the Shardlin items in general gave off a magical ping.
Right.
Yes.
So like we didn't know if there was a
Yeah.
special effect on it or if it was just.
I did
it's
write down
Shardlin.
if it was magical or not in our last session.
Okay. Just putting on the glove doesn't do anything though.
Oh, nibbling at your hands just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Do you sleep with it on?
If I'm just like. He's a dumbass.
Yes. 'Cause
There's a wand.
There's no reason for you to do that.
There's, like,
Would you
if
want
it's
to sleep with a
uncomfortable,
heavy,
I probably would have
would you want to
taken
sleep
it off.
with a heavy metal glove on your
Exactly.
hand?
Like you tend to not actually sleep with your equipment on. So
Right.
I thought
yes,
you
I would have taken off
I thought you were
a
gonna sleep
weird
with
metal
that.
gauntlet.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna sleep with it. I'm not gonna lie.
First point of note though,
Yeah.
as you guys are sleeping, we
Yes.
haven't actually finished the long rest. We're picking back up with you guys sleeping. I just let you guys do your
Yes,
changing over to
sleeping.
level 6.
Bad things happen.
Hold on, not necessarily. Let's figure it out.
I need everyone except for Stan at the table.
Everyone except for
what?
Stan.
Yes.
Why?
You have been chosen.
You're gonna pick.
As you kind of pass out after this very, very satisfying day, satisfying and not satisfying at the same time. Like your blood is still full of the energy from taking down Zardarox, but the dragon kind of flipping you off and flying away after one round kind of tainted the day a bit. But during the night, you feel this presence kind of envelop you, and you're not awake, you don't see anything, it's just kind of darkness, and you feel this presence, and it says to you, the wizard here, she will bring you to me. Find me, and I will make you strong.
Oh, this is so gonna end badly, but sweet.
communicate with it, or do I get the vibe that it's whatever the same voice was at least, or same?
You get the vibe that it's the same kind of presence you felt before. You can try to speak back if you want to.
I will obviously acknowledge it because it's coming from the big dog, and then I'm gonna ask it if it's pleased with the following it now has. However big it may be, it knows I probably know, or it can hear me at all.
You feel this intense feeling. It's similar to like when you get either like a really good final killing blow. You feel that sense of.
So it is pleased. And then I guess if it is so it can respond somewhat, I'm gonna try to get any more information I can out of it on where, or a name or something other than just screaming, "Where's the wizard?" when I wake up, because that's not gonna go over well.
It says she is with your party already.
Is it the one? I'm asking if it's the one we pulled from the cell.
You get the sense of rightness at your question.
Okay.
And with that, you feel just this present kind of leaves you, and for a moment you feel a bit empty without it. But you kind of steel yourself and you're like, all right, I know the next direction. I will keep pleasing the blood god.
Sweet. Dude, this has been the greatest day and a half in this dude's life. Fuck yeah. I just like fall back asleep, I assume, quietly. Cause I don't.
Yep, you were never like really fully awake. This is kind of all just like in your mind. But the rest of the night you feel pretty well rested after this. It was a good sleep.
Sweet.
For the record, May's tired enough that if you're like berserking off into the wilderness, she's gonna like open one eye and be like, not today, and then close it and go back to sleep.
This is a sign of like.
It's a tomorrow.
You guys wake up in the morning. Most of you feeling completely refreshed.
Wait, who's not? I thought we were.
Domino has 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just gonna milk it.
It is like it is like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and very dark.
May, you got some
Like
kind
the
of
2025
AOE,
Batman.
like not communication, but AOE speak into people's heads, right?
Not particularly. I can do one person at a time.
I think the AOE speaking into their heads. 'Cause we used it when we did our big.
No, I was doing that one person at a time.
Oh,
I can do it every 6 seconds, so.
wait, what?
Yes.
She can do it every 6 seconds.
One person every 6 seconds.
Specifically, every 6 seconds.
Approximately.
I need to borrow you for like 8 minutes.
My going rate is 5 silver an hour. Men and women are okay, but I get the right to vet them first.
For the
Vorks laughs. But yeah. Sure. Prostitution.
As a point of note, I do have to be able to see who I'm communicating
Oh
with.
fuck, that fucks it. Let's start breaking into houses. Which we're not gonna.
Are you Bob?
Warehouses.
They we're fine. We're still.
Right, but since we're all up, hey, Domino, how do you feel about taking a closer look at some of the items we got?
I'm so weak.
But your magic is strong.
I'm just kidding. I have to do something first.
Okay.
Does the mage that we picked up a mage? Who did we pick up? Who was in
I'm
the
cool
tent
with
with
it.
us?
We have
You get 25 words.
the two.
Okay.
We have Jonah
Mimsy.
and what's her face?
You're in danger. Get out of town right now. Don't go to another town. Get out of any town. A dragon is coming. This
bye.
is Domino.
I think she, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, or like a word or two before on town, like you go to another town, and
Okay.
Go to another.
yeah, yeah,
I was trying to count as well, and I was like, this is really hard.
right. I don't know how they do it.
I don't think they're very accurate. So did she get the dragon is coming part, or she got the get out of town part?
I think she just got to get out of town.
No, I got the dragon is coming. There's no way.
Did you count it
Did
out?
you count it out?
No. Can I start over?
No.
Rewind the tape.
Right. I'm gonna count it in our when I'm
Mimsy,
editing.
you're in danger. Get out of town.
Dragon.
There's a
No, you
dragon
said-
coming.
Don't go anywhere else.
Yes.
Oh, don't go
Just get out of town.
to any other town.
To any other,
How many more words do I have?
like 3.
This is dumb.
Domino.
This is Domino.
Okay.
Okay, so no dragon.
Sure.
Just get out of town. And okay.
What if like the whole thing is just one big contraction? You know, like make it like a German word.
Maybe just don't know the dragon coming, get out of town.
Mom, we had a baby. It's a boy. Just dated ourselves there.
You dated yours?
Hey, everyone laughed. They knew what it was from.
I don't remember what it's from, but I know it. It's a
of those-
collect call, but
Yeah.
I don't know where it, like this main. It's
She gets to respond, does she?
Okay.
She does. Your turn. Is she alive to respond?
Hold on.
Does the
Oh
spell-
shit!
Does the call connect?
Just a,
The party you're trying to reach cannot be.
The landline's been disconnected.
Landline, you're trying to
the Magic Jack describer. You have called. It's a big free calls with Magic Jack.
Can we rename sending Magic Jack?
Fuck that dude. I hear that so much every day. That and if they have an email that begins with AOL, you know you're
I was about to
fucked.
say how many AOL discs in the mail does she have left?
She says.
Sims is left.
She's just screaming for help.
Yes. Like, oh, well.
That still only counts as one word.
It doesn't have a duration. Just
Yeah, just one long, continuous word.
every breath is one word.
They tried to sell us Magic.
I just ends in a mental gurgle.
It's like, well, that's not good.
That's what it says.
Because she's old, does one of the orphans answer the phone for her?
Does she need help with the magic?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. You're not helping.
I'm not.
It's just one of those old computers, like a computer, the processing power of like our phones now that took up a football field.
You just get the dial-up internet sound.
Mimsy's having a stroke.
Not that this sounds really bad, but it would be fascinating to listen to somebody's thoughts.
It's just literally dial-up internet noise.
Oh, yeah, right. Hold on. All right.
So,
Keep it together, Stan.
I'm good.
let's go, Mimsy.
He's not looking
Let's
at
go,
anything
Mimsy.
anymore.
It's an N. It's an N.
Nimsy?
Yes.
Mimsy? I thought it was Mimsy.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry,
Mimsy.
Mimsy.
I have Mimsy written down in my notes. I've been wrong for like
You
months.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always heard with an M.
Yeah, shit.
Canon.
Enunciate.
your
All
rebuttal.
right, Nimsy, let's go.
Yes, sorry.
She says,
What? Fuck.
what time is it? What's happening? I don't know where to go besides the 10 towns.
Who is?
No, she got. This is Dom.
The children can't.
I have to send another one.
Tell her to like run into the woods or something. Take cover
Okay.
there. At least at least they have woods to take cover in.
This is no time to panic. Go into the woods. This is not a joke. Dragon. Complete desecration.
Don't panic.
Decimation.
Don't panic.
Decimation.
Run.
We
do not
will-
walk to the nearest bush.
Take care of you. Just hide.
Just.
Okay. Or just hide. Hide.
Okay, hide. Okay.
Just what?
What? What are you saying? We have to wait.
What is it? Just what?
God damn it! 2 3-level spell slots? God, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna go stand over by the mage while we all wait for Domino
This
to
is what you get
identify
for getting attached to people.
and mark shit.
Helping people for the sake of helping them usually is a reward unto itself, Vorstrix. You'll learn that one day.
Or you'll die.
I really don't get it. What are they doing for us?
They don't have to do anything for us.
I really don't understand.
I will be identifying the things that we need identified.
Which are we identifying those things in that?
the time
Yeah, in
table
that
in this?
time frame because it's
Yeah.
He's carrying me, so
We
yes.
we have the
Every
time
10 minutes.
because we slept for six hours, presumably, and then we have the remaining 2 hours to finish the long rest. And as far as we're aware, ritually casting Identify can be done in that 2 hours. So we don't not have the time. We still have 2 hours of downtime to complete the long rest that we would be doing this in.
which we
Because
have to be
we
resting.
went to sleep immediately.
okay.
Or
Which
I
we can't be
tranced
like
immediately.
walking to do. So.
No. So this is technically in that period of time.
Does she respond to that?
We're just doing things a lot out of order because the sending would have come after all that. That's a good point. Does she respond to that?
I hear commotion outside.
Oh, don't tell this to the party. Don't tell this to the party. Don't tell this.
There's someone at my door.
This is like a horror movie. Shutters.
15 minutes.
Don't worry.
Are you happy?
I will take care of the children.
It's only one word.
The children?
You put up 3 fingers for the children.
Of the children.
I was catching
Of
up.
the children.
Of the children.
And Lonely Woods.
Perfect. We got our message across.
So leave out the commotion part.
Well, we can't do anything else.
Okay. What else would you guys like to do in the morning?
Identify.
Okay.
Assuming that would have taken place during the 2 hours of downtime after sleeping. During the long rest. Because if not, I'm not sure we have time to do it now.
Can you cast spells during the long rest?
I did check it. It doesn't say that you can't. Here, let me double check on the specific. It does specify what says
Okay.
you have to
Yeah.
what interrupts and says you have to restart.
Say it's light activity. I don't know that ritually casting a spell counts against it, but
I know, it's so Big.
Rest. Let's see. Go back. If the rest is interrupted by a period of strenuous activity, at least 1 hour of walking, fighting, casting spells, or similar adventuring activity, the characters must begin the rest again to gain any of the benefits from it.
So I can't.
Then I guess
I
not.
guess not.
Okay.
So I cast the spell though.
Well,
Well, the sending would have happened after.
something would have happened after because you needed to level up for it. So I guess not.
Right.
Unless we want to take the time to do it now.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just say the sending
So
happened.
what was the wording
Yeah.
that you said no?
It's like, what was it?
Walking,
Fighting,
was like
spellcasting,
an hour
or
of
other
walking or
adventuring
something.
activity.
Yeah.
There's one thing I left
I always
out
So
there.
we're just eating and
Adventuring activity.
casting. Yeah.
I mean,
Packing
if it says
things up.
up to an hour, you would be able to do less than an hour
So, like-
worth of casting.
The stack exchange for it says yes, you can, because nothing forbids it. Those are examples of things you could do, not
No.
you can only
No,
do things.
those are
No,
examples
those
of
are things you
that
could not
can't
do.
It says you
Oh.
can't do an hour of strenuous activity such as walking, casting spells. So that's what I said. If the casting takes more than an hour, you wouldn't get your long rest.
Yeah.
So you could only do
Yeah.
6 identifies
Call it 5 to be safe.
Walking, fighting,
Yeah.
casting
and
spells,
probably
similar
4 if you're
adventuring
going to do some
activities.
other spells and stuff to be safe.
So the question was more, could she do all of them?
Oh, really? We don't have that much stuff, actually. We've got the, where's my shit? We've got the gauntlet. We've got chainmail.
The
We've
1
got the
hour
crown.
is specifically to walking, then there's a comma, and then the other things take place. It's an hour of spell casting.
So we have the crown.
Oh.
Feet. Stop showing my feet.
We basically
Well,
just
I
have
guess that is the
I have
question.
your head.
So
we
I
basically
don't know
just
what
have the
it's.
crown, the chainmail, and the gauntlet. We really only have the
Go
3
ahead,
things.
Alex. Rules lawyer
Stop
that one.
chewing my feet.
And I'm also gonna come.
Actually, 4 things. I don't
Comma,
want.
fighting, comma, casting spells. So like casting spells is its own separate thing.
Stop.
It's
Yeah.
It is a ambiguous comma. It could be referring to an hour activity
Barley,
of those
no.
things.
No. Off. You're nipping way too close to my groin.
I mean, I really could see it either way. You're not really supposed to be doing much during those 2 hours of the long rest.
So unless I missed something in my list, we have four main things we want to identify. So take that for what you will.
It seems like the general consensus is that the hour applies to each of those
Actually, sorry,
activities
5.
listed.
5.
No.
So an hour of spellcasting?
Or
Barley.
or concentrating on a single spell, even.
Right. Which I would consider an hour of spellcasting.
You get nothing from me, kid.
Dude, I've never seen a dog that talks more adorably and doesn't even bark.
So
She legitimately talks. She does not bark.
I would say you could probably do the 4 plus the sendings then.
well, the sendings would have to happen afterwards anyway because she
Okay,
would
she
need the
doesn't
benefit.
have it.
She would need the benefit of the long rest
Right.
of leveling up to get the sending
Right.
spell in the first place.
So you could do and you said there's 4 or 5?
4.
So yeah, you would be able to do those 4 during the long rest.
Okay.
And the sendings would only take
What are the 4?
6
There's the wand.
The gauntlet, the wand, the crown, and the chainmail. Everything else that's magical, we didn't take the statue with us
I have the
Does
dude's
that have
head.
bad juju?
because the Demigorgon statue was a bad idea. We know what the Piflafi does because I'm wearing it. I would have. Did that require attunement?
what?
The Piflafi?
The cloak.
Cloak?
I believe that was a cloak of elven kind, which I
Yes.
think requires attunement.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not that good.
I assume you're that good.
What does the Cloak of Elven do?
I think it does.
Is,
I seem to have
like it's advantage on
misplaced
stealth
my
checks.
DMG, so I cannot look it up.
It would be advantage on stealth checks.
I technically have a 5th because I have the dude's hat. Other than that.
Yes.
it was just the headdress.
Yeah, yes. The Cloak of Elven Kind requires attunement.
I just.
Because it's a yes, but it was just stuff that was.
And yes, it gives you advantage. When you pull the hood up, it gives you advantage on stealth.
I think there was 2 books leaning against
It
her.
requires an
Then yes,
action
I
to
would
pull
pull on
it
that
up.
stuff.
There's
So
5
that would
total
be for the
items.
DMG.
But what was the fifth?
The hat, I picked it from
Yep, the second book down.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. The fifth
Oh, yes,
hat
the
that you
Pope
picked
hat.
from the devil. That's the last priority. That's the last one. If
Yeah,
you-
I don't.
So I would say you can do 4. So choose your 4.
I'm pretty sure the hat's a hat of disguise.
Do the other one.
So yeah, wand first.
Yep.
Wand first. She does her juju.
Okay.
I diddle it.
She diddles it.
Diddle that one. Yeah, just like that. Duh. Like, come on.
Yes, yes. She's just gonna diddle the magic wand.
Yep.
I'm so sweet.
Let me, yeah, no, I was gonna say.
I am looking at it.
Yes.
You are, but
Basically waiting to be like, wait, let me know when you have a second. I have a
I just
question for Jonah.
You just rolled a die out of nowhere and swore.
I do that all the
Hey
time.
man, I'm just role playing as May right now.
The wand is what you did?
Yeah.
It is a wand of web.
Wand of web. Cool.
Useful.
Wand of web. Who wants the wand of web?
Oh.
You should have it.
Diddle the wand and webs come
See
out.
if you maybe you can keep that dragon in place.
Make this shit up, kids.
It's sticks people in place.
So you took that
I don't
blast.
think it needs a
You face tanked
I
that.
don't think it needs it.
How did it feel?
I don't think.
I think the wand of web is one of the cheaper
Go ahead
ones.
and make him an Arcana
check.
check. I need to take that.
Gauntlet's next.
Gauntlet.
Gauntlet's next.
Somehow
Oh,
my drink sloshed.
Gauntlet's next, so Soren can get over his fascination with them and know exactly how they
Do the quote. Right?
It does require 2
Every
minutes.
time slosh comes in.
It has to be one of the three of us.
Yes, let's see.
I'll do it.
But even the word hope has
the gauntlet
has hope
just
in it.
comes back
And if you rearrange the
as
letters, it's speed slosh.
like basic Shardolin, so it has that kind of like magical resonance, but there's no actual like enchantment or anything
Oh,
in it.
it's the lamest kind of magic, just general their magic.
It's like got the
They're
vibes
safe.
of it, but doesn't.
They're
It
safe.
can be.
It means
Yeah.
that if he hits, it avoids resistance at least. So you're.
Was
It
that
counts
just
as
a
magical as a
technique?
weapon.
True.
No,
the
she didn't
identified.
identify.
They're not. They have general Shardolin magicness to them, but they don't have any actual magic.
So is it like a +1 or anything like that? Like it's just
No.
Shardolin?
Yeah,
just-
it
have-
pings on his detect magic because Shardolin, but
Okay.
it doesn't have anything to it.
Okay. Jonah got a dirty 20 for Arcana.
Okay, he would know that the blast from the breath weapon was radiant.
Shardolin chainmail.
Relate to the party.
Chainmail next.
It apparently does radiant damage, which I think in this case is radiation. It has a nuclear power plant in its belly.
Laser beams!
The chainmail is the same. It's just basic Shardolin, so it kind of pings with the detect magic, but doesn't really have a magical benefit to it.
If all of the Charlotte items are coming back the same thing that I pinged them originally, do we need to bother with the crown, or is the crown different when I pinged it originally?
That's a good question.
Then
Otherwise, we can save ourselves 10 minutes and get the hell out.
That's a good question.
Fuck it, do the crown.
All right.
yeah, there's
crown.
kind of 2 layers to the crown.
Okay, crown.
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 So the way that the crown is, it's made of the Shardolin, but you also realize that in one of the sections, one of the like insets has this basically it's like a piece of the illithid brain. And this was basically the controller that Zardarox used to program the dragon.
Wait, we have the remote control for the dragon.
Control it. To control it too.
You keep that.
I don't know if it has like a joystick or anything.
It does in my hand.
It's a mashing.
That's the wand of webs.
I'm just gonna be
Just
with a
stabs
fucking
it in,
crown
starts
that doesn't
that's
fit. It's like a necklace.
We done.
That was the 4.
That was the 4.
Yeah.
We'll take care of the mask later. There's another 3.
I don't really care about that.
It's really intense music.
Well, she just found the remote controller for the dragons.
Turn down a little.
I don't know if it's,
Spiking on the
I think it's to say this is a way it was able to be created. I doubt it's like a we can crash it into the ground or anything.
Yeah.
Since it didn't ping beyond
There's only one way
like
to find
any
out.
crazy thing.
Probably could give it a different flight path if it got all the way back home and got repaired.
Yeah, like
But since we
broke all
destroyed the
that.
means to repair it, it's probably worthless.
Who's this we?
This group Vorastrix, when one of us does something, we are all responsible.
I didn't sign up for that.
We were
aware.
outvoted.
Yep.
This is bullshit.
This is democracy.
This is not democracy.
This is. The slight majority overwhelms the individuals.
So,
This is why we don't allow this kind of bullshit back in the Kobold months.
Domino would obviously be doing the identify. Thank you. My brain was like investigate. It's like that's not the right I word. May would probably be pretty invested in that. Kai, you'd probably be pretty invested in that. Up to you. Just asking.
Doesn't matter to me. If I had time and it counted as light activity, I would go talk to Tina. If it doesn't count as light activity, then I would stay put. So,
It's 2 a.m.
yeah, I'm aware.
Okay.
Just kick down the door while she's sleeping. Tina!
As
Tina!
long as you're
Family does
not
not
out
count.
for more than an hour,
I mean, I
And
know exactly
don't-
where her hut is. It should
Right.
take, what, like 10 minutes to walk there and back? Nothing crazy. I don't know how far. I mean, her hut is compared to where we are.
I hate that I know what split ends are now, because I can see them in my beard. Asshole.
as long as you're not out for more than an hour, you'd be able to do it.
I would just be like,
Okay, then you're heading off there, so we'll come to that.
yep.
Soren, Jonah, and Verastrix, what are you guys doing while Domino is identifying things?
Chilling.
Invested in it, just doing your own thing?
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing in particular that I want to do, so chilling.
Jotting down in the journal for Soren. Jonah's probably just not invested. Doesn't know these people.
Okay.
Who are you, losers?
Who are you and where's my boat and how do I get back to it? Where's Tim?
Okay.
There's an earthquake, as he mentions, too.
Alex, will you do me a favor and calculate how far or like at what rate can Tuki travel?
So she can find out how far he can get away from you.
Does Jonah ask out loud where his boat is?
He's
Probably not. You'd assume that like he is not where the boat would be. So it's not a question of where's my boat so much as it is where am I.
Tuki has 120 foot flying speed base.
Jeez.
So
Do you have like a particular time
Fast
frame, or you're
bird.
looking for
Just
like,
like
a,
what
like a per
He's a
hour.
per hour?
Tukis.
It's an avatar.
Or
of
giant
it.
Assuming dashing or
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Also a god.
What?
Well,
But
the
not
avatar of a
actually a
god.
god.
Yeah, no.
Then it's not a god.
It is.
The aspect of a god.
It's like a demigod.
In my game, he was a god.
In the universe in
As
which
Amber
Tukey
had
was
brought him
created.
in Icewind Dale, he is not quite a god, because that would be OP.
The Tukey from Martin's campaign could have just melted the snow and brought sun, like, instantly. Ariel would have just, like, melted. Before the
fire
might.
This is nonsense.
27.25 miles per hour.
Are you only now just realizing this?
This is actually
20
why you just
per
want,
hour.
like,
Okay.
I like running
Per
D&D games. It's like,
Okay.
what kind of bullshit could I come up with?
It's the same speed as rock.
He is a small sedan.
Yeah.
I based him off rock.
You make your way into town,
Yep.
towards Tina's place. You see as you're walking like in and through the town, there's kind of a rather steady stream of people coming in from the east way at this point, which is the way you guys went in.
Yep.
Is it Care Koenig to Tourmaline?
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely still a stream of refugees even at this hour.
And you wanted the full circuit map.
Yeah, not
Refugees.
including Sunblight. Sorry. Or yeah, but don't go back to Sunblight.
Okay.
Go end at Bryn
There's
Chamber.
not actually a road that connects Care Koenig to Tourmaline, so all the refugees are coming back down this way.
You get there, it's kind of closed up. You knock on the door. A couple minutes go by. You can knock again a little louder. Another couple minutes go by, and then the door opens, and you see
Nothing.
She's disheveled.
Tina with a man.
you see an older man standing in the doorway. Similar resemblance to Tina. I can't remember if she was a gnome or a halfling. I think she was a halfling. Whatever species.
One of the short people. Yes.
Sorry. Same race as Tina.
Yep.
And he's looking very disheveled, kind of in night clothes.
I met this person before. We've seen him anywhere. No, okay, cool.
She's a man, baby.
He goes, can I help you with something?
Out of reflex, I do the thing with my eyes to make sure that whoever this is knows it's me, but then I realize it's not Tina. And I'm like, sorry to wake you. Is Tina here?
He goes, what do you want with Tina?
Just to let her know that would you have told me the breath thing at this point in the timeline? I don't want to fuck this up.
If you were there, yeah, because when I got it from Jonah, yeah, it would have relayed.
Okay. There's a dragon that is currently shooting radiant beams of death, destroying all the 10 towns. I thought you ought to know.
Yes, we've seen the steady stream of people coming into town since,
Yep.
since about this time yesterday morning.
Yep. Since yesterday morning.
It's like someone coming to Poland 2 days after World War II started. They're like, guys,
Well, no,
the Germans are coming.
They're like,
earlier.
Yep, we know.
He's just saying,
Yeah.
it's not exact, but like
Gotcha,
roughly
gotcha.
yesterday.
In light of the.
Well, if it was earlier, then I was hoping that maybe there'd be like people from like the other towns, but never mind. Okay. Just, just making sure that you batten down the hatches, and if you have like a cellar or something, maybe go there.
I will let Tina know.
Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. Best regards. Tell her she's awesome. And then I guess I just leave. I don't really give a shit at that point. As he's just like away and whatever. I'm just like, cool. Do I recognize anybody? And I say this specifically. Are there any fucking dinosaurs in the refugee camp as I walk past?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Check as
That's a
you're
great
walking around.
That's a great question.
16.
As you're walking through this section of town, you
Yep.
do not see any
3 in the morning.
Crap.
any dinosaurs.
No. If they survived, they probably would have been here sooner. If they did leave and travel, so.
The dragon comes around and there's like a triceratops impaled on the side of the dragon.
Dangling, kicking.
His little tiny arms.
Triceratops doesn't have arms.
Hold on. On the way back
What
out,
is an arm
I
with
would
a
have
front
popped
leg?
my animals. And I got the panther, the badger, and the elk.
Okay. Sounds good. What were the numbers?
So Sunblight
Tina.
and ending at Bryn Chamber is 68 miles as the crow flies to each.
Hey man, depending on our culture, we don't know. Maybe this is looking a little bit like Dugan's Crater at the moment.
You can fly 27
no.
miles an hour.
Husband, brother, father.
So you can essentially do
father.
that in
Father.
2.5 hours. Okay.
Hey man, gnome culture's weird. Just science.
Then, so as you guys are finishing up with your spells, Kai wanders off and then shows back up.
You see Alexander and the other various critters.
Bringing with him his Pokemon. You also hear a rather familiar bird call as Tuki and the Goliath show
Legendary
up
bird.
and
Gotta catch them all.
land near your camp and walk up.
I'm gonna run up to the Goliath bro and do a
you
Dylan.
manage
Like, Dylan!
Did you manage to warn everyone?
The Goliath will say, we didn't make it to Dugan's Hole or Goodmead in time, but we did skirt through East Haven and make it around the rest of the 10 towns before ahead of the dragon at that point.
I don't suppose you conveniently skipped Cairdenova.
Were we supposed to? We just kind of stopped at each town.
No, it was a long shot hope. There's some people there I don't like, so it's never mind.
Did you see the dragon on your ways?
It was in East Haven when we caught up to it, but we didn't stick around. Figured it would be better off to warn the.
Yeah.
So Lonely Alert is actively being fucked.
Yeah, we caught the tail end of it. We took a couple pot shots at it, and I kind of just over.
How was
I
the
was like,
dragon looking?
Your boy here hit it pretty hard. And I gesture over to Jonah.
Chigi just kind of gives a nod.
My question is, where are we gonna? So are we waiting here until it comes here?
I think I think we're up to
Yeah, we're going.
Tourmaline.
Well, yeah, we're whatever. Fastest way to get to Tourmaline is where we're going right now.
We should actually be walking and talking.
Actually, wait. Do you have? Oh, you used a scroll last time. I feel like you don't have the ability to do that again, do you?
Unfortunately, it was just a scroll. It's well above my level of spellcasting to be able to do that.
I don't suppose you can do it.
I can, but just for me.
Well, that's not useful.
Could you cast it on somebody else that could carry you?
I guess.
Double is useful and somehow still just as useless.
I know. Well, between the bird and I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good hope. I like where your mind's
Well,
at.
do you have the ability to do it to like one person, Helena?
No.
Okay.
It was very useful, thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
I was lucky I picked that up along my travels.
Thank you.
We're
for
very
using
thankful. Yeah. But we may have hopefully saved some people, but I guess we're just poking at them. So that's the 8. 10 of us.
To help you
back to
guys,
walking.
hopefully you can return the favor sometime in the future.
Where is she from? Sorry, what did she just say?
She just said, hopefully you can return the favor sometime in the future.
Alright.
I'll be glad
I
to.
hope to.
Fuck me. But not by doing that. It's not for him.
No, I had something else in mind.
Well.
I didn't want to bang you. It's right up here.
Well,
So, Tourmaline then?
yes, with haste.
Walking on
Oh
the road
shit,
to
it's only 2 a.m. though, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Our sleep schedules are fucked, in-game and out of game.
So I'm gonna piss off a lot of people, but I'm gonna smack Kai and be like, all right, I need you to make me really loud again real quick.
Why? There's no dragon.
I
There's
know.
nothing here.
But I need all the people here that are supposed to be with me. We're going to fight it in Tourmaline, so if there's anybody here, I want more bodies. Makes sense, don't it? Wake the fuck up if you love the blood god.
If you love the blood god.
Exactly.
Well, I've already pissed off one resident. Why not the whole town?
You're not doing it for all. I'm just the one making all the noise.
Who did you piss off?
I think Tina's dad.
Vork's just while thaumaturgy is still cast, Vork starts laughing uncontrollably.
I beg your pardon? I never took you for a midnight tryst.
Yeah.
Jonah slaps you on the shoulder.
You know,
In there, man.
I'm just gonna go wait at the edge of town for the rest of you guys.
Yes, we know your species lays eggs.
Hey, I won't. Hey, an elder gentleman that looked like it was a relative of Tina from the description that I was given by the visual that I got.
The description my eyes gave my brain.
And he, in the politest old person way possible, told me to fuck off. I bid him adieu. And oh, I didn't see any dinosaurs in town, so
that's a
rip.
shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Hopefully they're just like in a different part of town. I don't go all the way through town to get to Tina, so it's just.
Tuki, did you by any chance see the dragon going back at any point? Or taking damage? Or anybody fighting back?
Oh no, he's fine.
That's a lot of
Tuki
questions.
would respond in your mind.
Yeah.
And say, East Haven was fighting when we arrived. We stayed ahead of it at that point.
Oh, by the way, one thing we forgot to do is roll hit dice for recovery overnight.
No.
Long rest, you just get them all back.
Just all of it?
Yeah.
On the long rest.
Okay.
All your
This is like our
spell slots, everything.
40th session. How have you been doing this whole time?
Usually, well, no.
He never
usually,
takes damage!
Yeah,
That's
no,
He's never. This is the first time he's went to sleep with hello health.
Yeah.
It's a short rest that you roll
Okay.
hit dice.
That's okay. Then that's what I was.
Although, if you did roll hit dice at any point, you only get
half of your total back.
Yeah. So if you used more than half, you don't get them all back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get them all back. So
Yeah.
I don't think
So-
anybody used that many hit dice.
So you've got 6 hit dice because you're level 6. You used 4 of them on a short rest. Your next long rest, you would only get back up to 3 of them.
Yeah. So then for that next day, you'd be at 5 of 6, so you could use them all again. And then on your second long rest, you get basically after 2 long rests, you get all your shit back. But assuming you don't keep
If you
spending
don't keep
it,
spending them, yeah.
Okay.
While I Thundercats ho, I'm also going to specifically mention Sally, because unless she's being a bad girl, she should be here somewhere.
What do you say? Thaumaturgically enhanced.
I'm just like, fucking blood for the blood god, bitches. Sally, let's go. Grab your friends.
Ride, Sally, ride.
Exactly. Be outside of town in 10 minutes.
Also,
at the most.
strategic
There you go.
thinking. Tuki can make the trip in 20 minutes. 40 minutes round trip. To Lonelywood. Do we want to send some nukers to try and head
She
it
can
off?
get to Tourmaline from Brenchander. And
Would it?
40,
Okay, this is a
20.
really
slightly less if you're
awful.
going to Tourmaline.
This is a really
In
awful,
like 15
terrible
minutes?
idea. Would it be
20.
quicker?
to Tourmaline.
Tourmaline, yeah, I
It would
don't.
be like,
Oh.
would it be like 15 minutes?
15,
Yeah.
18.
Sorry, that's what I
something
thought.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be quicker for Tuki to just ferry us to Lonelywood?
That's what we're getting at. But we can also be like
that.
on the
It
move.
splits the party, but it's also 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes.
How many can Tuki take? How many can Tuki hold? Could she take 2?
How many passengers can you take?
It's only a large creature, I believe. So he can only take 1 passenger, maybe the 2 small ones.
Why don't we do that first?
Can it grapple someone? Not gonna get into that.
Any more than that, and you're gonna start hindering its fly speed.
Yeah.
And then
Why don't we do that first? You two go with Tuki. We'll start walking. That gets 2 of us there ahead of time.
What do we do if it shows up?
Shoot it. Blow it up. What?
Were you expecting a different answer?
Yeah, I don't know why I talk to him about these things anymore.
I mean, our whole point of doing this is to stop the rampage and
Yeah, what do we-
construct dragons.
Just 2 of us?
There's
Again, it could just stomp 2 of us. If there's all of us there in good health, sure, but look at how big you saw how big it was.
So be smart about it. You're a
Don't you
clever
like
boy.
dragons? Like, what is this?
You have me with me, you.
But I am let tired.
She's still a little. Yeah, she's a little.
I would love to fly. I hop on. Let's go. Are you
This is a
coming?
terrible idea. I get on Tuki's back.
It's like
okay.
We're gonna go on an adventure, just you and me.
This is about to be the greatest side quest ever. This is about to be amazing. Vorks is over here trying to gather up whatever other fighting bit. The party's in like 3 bits.
Tell you what, when you get there, tell all your kobold buddies to mount up.
Hey,
Run!
How do you feel about an air assault?
Oh, Vorks is just like takes a break from mustering, like Domino. Yes.
Like, we go find the dragon while they go.
How fast does this bird go?
Pretty quick.
Quick.
Very quick.
Apparently
Maybe?
27 miles an hour.
Maybe?
I've got stuff. You've got stuff. You've got good stuff. Let's just hurt it a little.
We have. We're trying to contest the air.
Air superiority wins the day.
And we got the two. We got a hard hitter and a healer. We're good. They can just hit and buff it. Oh, we don't even need to be there. It might be a dogfight.
I think an on-air assault, an in-air assault would be a really good idea.
Maybe. I mean, at least in the back of the bird, because it can move fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get it. If you encounter it, cool. If not, we'll be there soon.
Yeah, we'll be there and we'll bring help.
We are the cavalry. You're the initial resistance.
You're the
Are you
scouting
down
party.
Use your
for an air assault?
charismatic personality and your inspiring voice to rally the troops of the town to defend their lives.
Vorks like pats you on the back. You got this. Flex.
You all need to get the hell out of here.
He says, I would prefer not to get too close to the beast.
120 feet sound good to you?
We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
All right.
You could
So-
potentially be saving people.
I'm excited to be a part of this plan.
At this point, with Tuki taking off with Domino and Vorastrix on its back, the rest of you walking into town for Vorks's call to arms. Because
There's all gonna
thaumaturgy
die.
is instant, right?
Yeah. Well, he has a minute to say what he wants to say.
I got
You
it.
get to be the hero.
I don't want to be a hero.
Yes,
I
you
assume
do.
No, I don't.
He would need to like kind of do it a couple times through town if he wants to.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Call
all the way
out to all
walking
of them.
through. Yeah.
It's 3 times louder than normal.
Why are we
But-
frame at the gate?
Mate, good idea, mate.
Do we want to just walk on ahead and let them catch up?
Good
Yeah.
point. I will do that because you're faster than me.
I'll make them all run. We'll get there.
Okay, so
Whatever shows up in 10 minutes shows up.
Kai
It's
and
not
and Vork's go into town for some gathering of folks. The 4 of you,
I
you
guess
two,
we-
V, and
Yep.
and
We
Jonah
start on the road.
start on the road.
They start on the air. They gather people in the
I
town.
guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah!
Triple party split.
Oh my god, Lord of the Rings got nothing on us.
That is where we're gonna end tonight's session.
They're gonna get arrested. We're gonna be late. They're gonna show up and fight the dragon and die. It's gonna be
They're
great.
gonna be the hero. We're gonna get there and they're gonna be